Ah, I hate this game so much. This part sucks. I want to stab this part. I'm the worst player at this game ever in the history of this game. Don't look at me, chat. Ah, that's the hardest part for me sometimes. How do you request a song? At the moment, you cannot. But I used to have song requests and stuff. Just because, again, Pokemon shiny hunting is a much more grinding experience. And, yeah, people would abuse that in amazing ways. Also, just notice, Azio, he leaves the door open. How dare you, Azio? It's a small draft coming through. But yeah, I would do the shiny hunts and stuff, and people would always just have... Notice, Otis. Yeah, people would always have just, like, fun meme songs or something. Some of them would start to break me. Just, they'd either be, like, incredibly funny, or just so annoying that it stopped becoming funny altogether. So I finally just had to, like, say, okay, we're done with this for a while. And it also is just different because I would then, whenever I would catch a shiny Pokemon, I'd put it on YouTube. Just like the 20 seconds of me reacting like, oh, hey, look, the shiny's here, yay! And then me catching the shiny, and I'd put like 4, 5, 6 of those things in a video. Had a lot of shinies in my day. But, of course, when you have, like, real copyrighted music playing for, like, 10 seconds, YouTube doesn't like that. And not that I would make money on them anyway, but they're like, this is a copyright claim, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's stupid. Your system sucks. Like, it's, like, 10 seconds of a song that's barely, barely something you can hear. And I'm talking over it. How are you able to pick that up? That's not fair. I forgot to shoot the pirate with the BFG. Oopsie. Gotta go track him down and be right back. It wasn't the pirate, it was the cannonballs. I knew that it would be an issue there. I'm trying to make that spot less cancer for me, but, it just is. It just really is. Again, it's literally that part and then the part with the helicopter in Advent that give me the biggest issues. Once I get past those, I can get to the lava lake. No problem. It takes a little bit of time, but I can do it. Someone had to be operating that cannon. I mean, possibly. When you think about it like that. But also at the same time, like, what kind of idiot pirates are just constantly shooting cannons off? I think it's an automatic system. Because it'd be like me with Getty here, just like... And just like hoping an enemy happens to walk into that. For us, we go and we hunt for these pirates. We make sure that we're ready for them. Any point in time, no matter the day, no matter the place, or time, or area, or nothing. We actually never really kill a pirate in this game. I'm trying to think if we kill a pirate ever. I'm sorry, Getty, I keep forgetting. Obviously, there's the second to last boss fight. I'm gonna try to speak in spoiler code. Second to last boss fight, there's maybe a couple pirates that happen to die and like a few of the ships that we like light on fire. We certainly, like, knock them out a few times. But I think they come back if they're knocked out for too long. Perhaps they were under attack. We'll get the pirates, don't you worry. Take this twig. After we do this, we need to do 2 other runs. Or 3 other runs. We could do 3 other runs. The second run would be 100%. Also, no damage taken. The third one would be just any any percent not damaging Getty. Making sure Getty and all the allies don't get any like damage or anything on them. Because obviously you could throw Getty against a wall or something. But I'm thinking like in the lava places, like don't dunk him into the lava by accident. Because that would suck. That might get him, it might not hurt him, but probably makes him kind of uncomfortable. That wouldn't be fun at all. Yeah, we gotta just like keep figuring out things that I could do in this game after this. I got a speedrun. I can do one speedrun. But then after that, who knows? What good is it being the greatest Owlboy player if you can't even play it? They were under attack and shooting something else. Maybe it wasn't even the pirates. Bum, 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 bum. Imagine both the speedrun and damageless. So that would be possible? Getty, no! When you get the teleporter, that gets rid of Getty. And it's always just more fun to fly around without him. No offense, Getty. But yeah, certain speedruns require you to take damage to glitch out of certain parts of the map. That doesn't mean that you can't just speedrun the game as if you do, or as if you were doing like a no out of bounds category thing. But obviously, when you're going so fast, sometimes it's just best to throw caution to the wind. If you take a little damage, try not to, but if it happens, then oh well, keep going. It's a heck of an imagination. I mean, crazier things have been done. And, I mean, the thing, too, with no-hit runs is more often than not, you're going to see me go through certain areas as fast as I can and beat bosses super quick. Try and get through the difficult parts immediately, because obviously the less time you spend in difficult parts, the less chance there is to hurt you or kill you. Get the smart. There we go. Yeah, so if I kill this boss in 10 seconds, then that's pretty good. I wonder if I could, like, really go fast. Look at that, we don't even have to let him get an attack. Man, this is like Otis is just pissed at this guy. It's like, you dare try to attack me? We're not gonna let this guy get a single attack. Come at me, bro. Get out of here. He didn't even technically attack us. He just kind of was fleeing for his life for a majority of that. Trying not to die. That's okay. We got him. But yeah, so we sped run that guy, definitely. Alrighty then. Back to this part. I like to think that those of you who don't know this game, I know Elvin hasn't played it. I don't know about you, Joey. But you could probably like start to put together what the plot is about just because we've gone through this beginning part so many times. He's in a time loop, and every time he takes a scrape, instantly wakes up again in his home. I can't believe he mentioned it. That could be part of it. Like, every time Otis just gets hurt, he wakes up again. Constantly living through the nightmare. Like, it's like Groundhog Day, but he doesn't know it. Get the button, Otis. A little grin he's got. So great. 29 minutes and 54 seconds is the speed run. That's a pretty fast run through this game. At the rate that, I mean, 29 minutes and 54 seconds. Let's assume I could definitely get it. Maybe not 29 minutes, 54 seconds. I mean, that's the record. We'll just say it even 30 minutes. We'll give it a few seconds for me. I don't want to say I'm perfect at this game, but that means I could have done 3 speedruns of this game so far in the amount of time that I've been streaming, so... Shows you just how easy speedrunning is, I guess. That's all big Kappa, you know I love it. Casually make entire lore for a streamer's personal goal. Like, are you making up the lore, or are you just, like, knowing what the lore is? But yeah, I don't know if the speedrunner who set that particular time is the one who's streaming right now, but there is a speedrunner streaming right now. I would, that is from you? Okay, I like it. I would highly recommend if you want to see the game in its most broken state. That is what the speedruns do to this poor thing. Poor, poor game. Like, in the speedruns, the pirate ships here, they never leave, because you never trigger the cutscene to get them to leave. But there's multiple parts during this when you actually have to come back into the city, just because that's how the game brings you back. And so the city is just, like, constantly under attack the entire time. Or I guess the town. This isn't quite a city. But yeah, during the 30-minute runs, or however long it takes, this city is always under siege. Because you're an imaginative person. I can appreciate that. No, it doesn't see us. Run, Otis, run! There was that one time we got, like, sniped by one of those things. When I say sniped, like, I got into the, like, searchlight of that thing for a second or two, and then it just happened to fire. And I'm like, okay, I think we're good. And it took like 5 seconds for that thing to hit us. That's how far away we were, but it still hit us. BRB, alright. Have a good one, Elvin. Just all staring at the computer, not saying a single word to each other. Every one of them, just like Otis. It was brought up to my attention that because my laptop doesn't actually have any volume, that my laptop is basically the Otis of the laptop world. And I thought it was the stupidest joke ever, but man, it did make me laugh. Made me feel better about everything, so we got that going for us. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-ba-dum. Yeah, see, I could go around that bridge. That's the thing with these 2D games. Just go around it, Otis. You don't have to wait for this thing to open. Alright, little buddy, let's get going. I want to find out something, too. Man, I got 3 buddies streaming right now. Just thinking if I wanted to end it, if we had folks raiding, but I want at least like 1 super good run today. These last few deaths have been me being stupid, not necessarily the controller or anything messing up. And in case this happens to be the run, I feel like I need to mention that my controller has been giving me issues today, having the button stick. And that's just no fun. So I'm not blaming my controller for everything. I'm just blaming it for some of the things. Yeah, like I originally was sort of hoping, actually using the controller a lot more seems to have kind of gotten it unstuck, out of its little funk, if you will. Bum-ba-dum, almost running into this thing here. But I didn't, because I'm good. Go, Otis, go! It's too early to be tired. Chat, you're making me sleepy. It's only 8:30. Got all the time in the world. But I wouldn't mind a little bit of a early retirement tonight for bed. just so I know I catch a good night's rest. I keep having those nights where it's just like, okay, I'm gonna get to bed kind of a little bit earlier than normal. Not too early to where it kind of makes me worse for wear. Just early enough to where I could get like an extra 30 minutes of sleep or something. And I feel like I've gone to bed later recently, more often than I have, like, you know, my normal times. Just because stuff keeps coming up. Unforeseen circumstances and stuff. In other words, life. Sometimes life just gets in the way of life. I always try and kill at least one of those little things moving here. That way, as long as I'm hugging this corner, like, obviously that thing's not going to just catch me off guard, but, keeping it safe. Might as well. Here's your host. Welcome to another episode of Fighting Game Logic. This episode making fun of languages. I like how in Street Fighter, whenever language is set in the settings, everyone in the world instantly speaks that language. That's your daily dose of logic for you. Is that like a play on for the Daily Dose of Internet guy? That's it for today's episode of Daily Dose of Logic. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all again very, very soon. Yeah, it is? Okay. Now, that's a pretty awesome channel, not gonna lie. Very calm and relaxing one. Also, they say Daily Dose. I watch like 30 of those videos at a time. Not all at once, but you know. But yeah, that does make sense. I'm almost ashamed to say this. So back when I was sort of in the more working class, if you will, it's really no secret that a lot of the blue-collar workforce consists of folks who tend to speak Spanish a little more often. And, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, and we'd have our break room and stuff. And in the break room there was a TV, and they had the Spanish channel on all the time. I think at the time it was like the World Cup or something, Mexico was in it, so obviously everyone was like pretty excited for it. And they were watching it, and it was being broadcasted in Spanish, which I don't need soccer to be in my language to see what's going on. I mean, it's pretty simple just to kind of tell. But they had like commercials and stuff play, and this was when like Planet of the Apes was coming out. And you know, in Planet of the Apes, plot twist, the apes will start speaking at a certain point of the movie. And in the commercials, like in the normal commercials, they speak English, because that's what the audience is. But then in the commercials, you know, on like all the Spanish shows, they're dubbed with the Spanish voiceover. And for like just the briefest of moments, I'm like, really? They're having the monkey speak Spanish in this? As if that was the weirdest part about that. And like, I really... It was for like a second or two, I kind of thought that, and then I realized how stupid I was. Just because I'm like, yeah, it sort of plays off the idea of like, okay, if anyone in like a TV show or a video game, and you have like the dubs or just like different sort of languages and stuff programmed in there, they all immediately know that language, and it's just kind of funny. Once saw like an episode of 2.5 Men where it was all in Spanish. It's back when that show was big, which is kind of a while ago. And I'm just kind of laughing at it because I'm like, they're supposed to be in California, but here they are. Every main character just speaks like perfect Spanish with each other. And it's funny because that would really never happen. I mean, I'm sure it does, but, you know, not to that degree. It's interesting seeing Charlie Sheen talking, and clearly it's not his voice, and it's just a completely different language that you don't know. Welcome back, Elvin. We're talking about languages. Of which I know you're pretty good at languages. I'm gonna bring this cloud with us. Yeah, take that. I don't need no second cloud. What languages? I figure you just speak languages. But now what we were talking about is just how, like, in any sort of video game, but you could also extend this to, like, TV or movies and stuff like that, if you happen to change the language, you can, like, everyone in that universe is suddenly, like, the most fluent person at speaking said language, so... You could be playing, like, Grand Theft Auto, and everyone in there is speaking, like, Italian or something. Even though it's supposed to be, like, you know, sort of based off an American place, or something like that. Okay, so what we have here, we can grab these. That's awesome. I never knew that. So I want to do this. Let's set them down without breaking them. Set them down nice and easy. We're not going to break a single one. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I know you're pretty good at those languages, Elvin. You speak like, what, 20 of them? Alright, so now if I break all those, and then I feed the plant, what happens? Mr. Plant, be happy with me. Well, it goes through the cutscene. It still does the explosion thing, so that's pretty funny. 5 fluent languages, you mad lad. Do you ever set the languages to certain games just to be a language that you haven't spoken in a while? Just to, like, practice or something? Or does that just sound stupid? You're like, I haven't spoken this language all that much, or maybe I would prefer to play the game in this language. So it's not always... I don't know, is English your kind of main language? I know you said it wasn't your first language, but, you definitely do nothing but speak it, as far as what I see. You're also good at it. I'll need to point that out. Out of curiosity, sometimes. And it is your main one, really. Even think in English. I like that. That's cool. I don't know. You know more languages than I do, and you're definitely more fluent in more than I am. I could get by with maybe a little bit of Spanish. Depends on the conversation, but... most of the time, it seems almost sort of natural when I'm thinking of what I need to say and stuff. Takes a second or two, but I can kind of get there. You wait there, Getty. I'll handle everything here. I do like that, though. I even think in English. Tell you what I used to be fluent in, and this was when I was little. It was Danish. Because my grandmother was Danish, from my dad's side of the family. And I would basically... she almost raised me... I'm not going to say, like, entirely. My mother was there a lot, but my grandmother was there just as much for a lot of my youth times. As, like, little baby, little toddler and all that. And she would do almost nothing but speak Danish. And apparently I became incredibly fluent with it. But, I don't know. I guess my mother didn't like that for some reason, which... I don't know. This is what I've been told. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But, it was at her request that my grandmother no longer teach me English or Danish or whatever. And my mother's the nicest person ever. This is just... I don't know why she would say this. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. Maybe my grandmother's lying. But, yeah, so I kind of lost the ability to speak Danish altogether. I know, like, 6 words now. And I can count to 20, so I got that going for me. Know to count to 10 and 100 in English before... You knew how to count to 10 and 100 in English before your native language. Okay, that's actually kind of fun. Because I know the thing with English is, obviously, it's sort of the main language spoken in the world, so... I know a lot of people are more quick to learn English than they would be for certain other languages. What are the other big ones? Like French, Mongolian. I'm sure more like, I don't know, Indian or something too. Just based on population, Chinese and all that. I said Mongolian. I meant Mandarin. That's not racist. I'm just an idiot. All right, Alphonse. Hey, don't you touch me. got awfully close to us on that one. And that's how you kill that in one shot. Welcome to Platformer Logic. I like how in any 2D Sonic game, hitting a frickin' mech with the hedgehog quills will cause it to explode. Eggman is apparently a bad armor maker. That's it for now. This is SJG. See you in a couple of minutes. That's pretty funny. No, Sonic is... he's just that fast. That's the thing. You don't need... It's like when you're cutting... when you're trying to cut paper with a sword. You have to be incredibly fast with the sword. Otherwise, it just doesn't cut the paper, and the paper like bends out of the way, it's not a clean cut and stuff. You gotta be really fast with how you cut it. So Sonic's quills, they could be a little dull, like normally. So he just has to make up for being like that much faster. By like going the speed of sound and all that. So I feel like I'm making sense now. Hedgehog's defying all laws of physics and whatever. You want to gamble all. I mean, you could give me all the coins. Or you can give me, like, some coins and then gamble all. Like, put a little bit, like, in a safety deposit box, if you will. Well, I meant to do this thing, too, because my Spitebat bot is also technically an entity in here. Oh, look at him go. Worth it. Oh, man, Gabe's gonna be pissed when he figures out. I don't think Gabe's actually been doing any gambling, surprisingly enough. But yeah, nice gamble there, Elvin. It's so much fun, isn't it? Worth even more worth. Oh, man. But it's so much fun to have a very useless currency. It's insane you're already up to 100,000. Because I only gave out 20,000, and that was just for charities to kind of get the first few folks on their way, having fun with it. Did I say 200,000? I personally didn't. Again, the gambling odds, I believe, are exactly 50-50. Oh, he won too. There we go. Which reminds me, quick game, logic. Flash, who runs faster than Light? And yet, punches don't hurt him that much in Injustice. Wait. Flash, who runs faster than Light, and yet his punches don't hurt that much in Injustice 1 or 2. Oh, okay. So as a superhero, you would figure that compared to other superheroes, his punches would be like Mach speeds. Makes sense. Joey lost. That's 10% of everything that he had there. Yeah, you earn 100 coins as a non-sub. And that's every 10 minutes. If you are a sub, you earn 300 coins every 10 minutes. You could also host the channel, or donate like money and bits and stuff to get some more stuff. You could do some duels and whatnots. Shiny? He's got a shiny? What game and what shiny? Also, Batman could catch up to Flash. Flash is just kind. Also, Joey, it's you have about a minute in between gambles, just as like a reset timer, so it's not being too spammed with the commands for it. Ultra Moon Dratini SOS. Nice! So I don't have to shiny hunt it with you now. You've already beaten me. Shiny Dratini. How many resets would you say? It's the SOS method I am hoping for. I mean, 50-ish? Okay. That's incredibly lucky then. You just barely had the maximum odds. Congratulations, Elvin. You should name it Otis. Okay, maybe it wouldn't quite fit, but name it whatever. Dratini, if I'm not mistaken, takes it from a kind of nice-ish, kind of this kind of background, a bluish color. Makes it sort of a nice purplish color that I can't really describe right now. Kind of like my health bar, actually. That nice purple color of the health bar is what the Dratini turns into in its shiny form. It's a male. Ooh. Well, that's awesome. Unfortunately, the final version of it, the Dragon... Dratini? Drapion? It's like Dragonite? Dragonite, right? That's the third one. Its final version doesn't really have that same purple scheme. I kind of wish it did. It just... I don't remember it looking as good. It's like a dark green, if I'm not mistaken. For like being such a good Pokemon, it's kind of a crap shiny. It's male, you have to kill it. Why do you have to kill it? Because it's male? Why does being male mean it has to die? When did you become a feminist, Elvin? Gosh. What you need to do is actually leave it alive and see if it calls another shiny. Then you'd have 2 shinies on the screen. It will do you absolutely nothing, but it's kind of fun to just stare at a shiny for a while. Oh, is this for breeding, perhaps? I'm kind of half looking at your chat here, but I'm also being chased by a giant frog monster, and it's kind of spooky. Alright, well, we made it to Advent again, so that's awesome. Has to die because you don't have a Premier Ball. Oh no. It doesn't have to go into a Premier Ball. That's just what I personally happen to find one of the coolest Pokeballs. It's also not a good Pokeball, it just looks nice. Pleasing to the eyeballs. Very rarely get to use the emote, so I might as well just real quick. You know, mobile sucks for trying to, like, do anything. Because just the way the emotes are in mobile really isn't that fun. There you go, you can catch it, Elvin. Catch it. Death, you are wasting a 50th encounter shiny Pokemon. That's a really good shiny Pokemon. Like, just catch the damn thing and then catch another one in the right ball. Why faint the shiny? Just have the shiny. Trade the shiny for another shiny. You can't kill it. Just catch the shiny, Elvin. Fine, I caught it. Better have caught it. I'll sell it on eBay. I wonder if you could legit... I tried to figure this out once by, like, seeing if people were selling shinies on eBay. And the thing is, it was only for, like, $1 or $2, but I've also heard that people have spent in the thousands of dollars for shiny Pokemon. And that's with, like, perfect EVs and IVs and stuff like that, but... I wonder if you could legitimately get paid to shiny hunt, and not just, like, stream it, but, like, actually just catch them and sell them. Because streaming's another thing. I mean, people donate just to see you and talk to you and all that kind of stuff. But, man, that would be amazing. Wait, I know you. I'm trying to figure out who you are there. Is it Santguz? 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 I'm gonna mess your name up many more times, and I do not want to. And I know you. Hold up, that's Troy. Troy, is this some kind of raid or something? Oh man, Santguz, I really hope I'm getting your name kind of right, and I'm very sorry if I'm butchering it, which I know I am. It was. It was. Did I not get the raid? Did the raid not come through? I see it says you raided. But did the thing didn't go off. I feel bad now. Uh-oh, that sucks. I apologize for that. Let me see here. Dark Peak, guess what? What is it, Joey? You didn't see it. That is so strange. I'm sorry, Troy. There's supposed to be a little fun thing that plays with the raid and everything. I'm getting it 100%. Maybe more of a Spanish accent. Sounds good. I will try and remember that. It's because it was only one viewer. But there's 2 of you. That doesn't make sense. Streamlabs only raid unless it's 2+ viewers. Oh. Well, it's the thought that counts there, Troy. I appreciate you stopping by. I did see you streaming earlier, so I will have to ask, how did the stream go? I will assume it was another Nintendo Switch speedrun. You were probably just trying to beat the previous record. How did it go? Did you only have a couple crashes today? No more than like 5 or 6 crashes, perhaps? Well, that's definitely good. Yeah, Troy here has a couple records. I was mentioning him earlier with the whole speedrunning craze. He's got a couple records when it comes to the speedruns in the Owlboy here. And is currently the only person doing any sort of Nintendo Switch speedrun, with certain out-of-bounds glitches and stuff like that. And it's fun to hear him talk about it, because he's like, oh god, this controller, it sucks. Like, I can't do it on this controller, it's so laggy. Kind of like me earlier, when I was blaming the controller. But yes, welcome on in. Thanks again, Troy, and... it's, Sanguz. Sanguz? Maybe something like that. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna say something bad. Like, I just don't want to. Sanguz. I do like it. I feel bad for not being perfect at it. No competition, smart way to be the best. That's kind of how I'm playing this right now. I don't know if Troy was explaining. I am trying to get a hitless run in this game, which would be the first official hitless run. So there could be a run or two out there that happens to be a speed run where no one took any damage, but no one's taken credit yet, so I kind of just get to have fun with it now and claim to be the first person doing it. Also, Troy, yesterday, I was doing a little streaming of this, and got a new personal best. We got to the part where the snake run is, before we took any damage, which was a moment in time where I thought we would probably take a couple attempts, so I wasn't exactly mad. It, unfortunately, was just a moment where, just sort of bad RNG. I was forced to go either above or below a rock, and so I chose to go above it where there was a little more space, but unfortunately, let me just walk up here, but unfortunately, it literally just got to a point where every single path was blocked off, so what I should have done is go below where I would have had less space, but again, I just had no way of reacting to it, and literally every single path was closed off to me. So just one of those things with unfortunate RNG, but it was going so well before then. We beat the monkeys and everything. But yeah, so that's now the official Darkbeat personal best. And I was mentioning on a Discord earlier, or actually no, it was in a chat earlier with Elvin there, that if no one else has done that, technically I have the record for the furthest attempt at Owlboy without being hit. So I shouldn't be stressed out at all, I already have it. Yes, me, hello. I'll read that in a second there, Joey. Good luck staying with the hit list. Yeah, it is going well. I technically beat the game yesterday, only getting hit the one time. I did get hit twice, but it's because I was bitching about the first hit and explaining how the RNG kind of got... The RNG made it so I had to get hit, and in doing so I wasn't even paying attention and got hit a second time. It was completely avoidable, but just... yeah, I like to think of it as just getting hit once. It sounds more fun. But yeah, so I know I can do the whole game. It's all about putting it together. Catch! Oh no, it's a blue shell. Hello everyone, it's your local shell, shocker. SJG, welcome to Video Game Logic. In this episode of Shells, I like how Mario Kart turtle shells are spinning, not only faster than the carts, but the blue pointed ones fly and then explode. And what would they do? The carts are not instantly dead. Guess they have flak jackets and explosion-proof cars. Yeah, the cars, they're built to last. I mean, it's quite the battlefield in that place. If there's a case that someone in NASCAR would pull out a bomb and try and explode other vehicles, don't you think they'd make those NASCAR things like tanks? I mean, it only makes sense. Only makes sense. Yeah, unfortunately our runs so far today, we've had 3 failures and just been a little bit of a slow start. Our controller was messing up a couple times, and then I was just a stupid head, so... can't fix me being a stupid head face. It's just the way it is. Bum 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 ba da dum. This could be one of your tropes for a video game, Joey. If you want, feel free to take it. Why is it that the bosses always have the key to get to the next boss? Like, why doesn't the boss just lock itself in some sort of room, keep the key to itself so the hero doesn't come by and accidentally, you know, like, kill it? There always seems to be the one key. Because like in Dark Souls, I know Dark Souls 1, when you fight the Gaping Dragon, it drops the key to Blighttown, and like the idea is that this giant dragon thing ate someone in a sewer, and that person happened to be like holding the key. I believe this is the lore to it. I might be slightly off. But with that being said, like, how does the key survive? That's like the one thing we get from this, like, dragon thing? Are you serious? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Also, we made it past the part that I hate, so we got that going for us. Kind of sped through that part a little bit faster than I wanted to, but let's go, chat. Ah, that part's the worst. Oh, also, Elvin, I should have mentioned this. Could you give Troy a shout-out? He does the speedrunning in the Owlboy, as well as speedrunning for Mario... was it Super Mario Maker? It's something Mario. I don't know. Mario. If you like Mario, you'll like all of them. But, yeah, I just recently found Troy. We've been chatting on the Discords and stuff a bunch, and pretty awesome dude. I don't know if he's still here or not, but it's the thought that counts. Better in LOZ, some are hidden in frickin' posts. Or, oh, pots. Posts is not pots, whatever. I'm dyslexic. Don't worry about it. Who would stick a key in a pot for some hero to wind up and come up and stumble on? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I don't know, if video games didn't have their tropes, they wouldn't be as fun. Super Mario Odyssey, okay. Hey, it's got Mario. They're all the same, right? All Mario games look the same to me. Alright, alright. Last part with Anne. Last tough part with Anne. I always say that this is tough, except that I've also never taken damage in this part. So every time I go through here, I kind of have to keep mentioning how I've never taken damage in this part, even though I think it's tough. So we'll go with that. We get 6 of them. Give them a second when they're 6, and then you hit them. And then we're going to have 4. There we go. You're a fan of Super Mario Maker, but you can't tell the difference. But can you tell the difference? Like, Super Mario Maker is obviously different because the levels are meant to make you angry. Unlike Nintendo, where it's supposed to just be fun Mario. Now, we have a streamer friend of mine, or I have a streamer friend of mine, who does Super Mario Maker runs every now and then. Basically refers to it as like the Salt Fest or something. He'll do like Mario Kart and then follow that up with Mario Maker. And he just like slowly hates everything over the course of the night just because those blue shells come in or the game is just like complete bullshit or something. It's just one of those situations. It is fun to watch and I sometimes feel bad for him, but you gotta praise him when he sometimes wins. Would be as fun, correct. Not just for the gameplay, but so people like me can make fun of it. Yeah, right? Gotta make fun of something. What was that about me running SML? Super Mario Odyssey? Is that what you play? I know it's a Mario game. You run different games and things like that. I don't know, I'm just telling folks to go check you out. If they're fans of speedruns, they'd be fans of you, I bet. Alright, let's speedrun this thing. Let's show Troy how it's done. Come on. We're gonna kill this thing in 12 seconds. Any second now. Come on. Come on, Getty. We got this. We're gonna speedrun the heck out of this. Oh, we almost got it. What we're doing here is a frame loops jump skip. There we go. We got the first one. Yep, we got this. We're going fast. This thing takes me forever every time. Sometimes I'm so good at this, and then other times this happens. Yeah, we got it. Let's go, baby. Easy as pie. That's the speedrunningest speedrun I've ever seen of this particular part. Just like, of course, yes. Hopefully there's no more difficult moments in Advent here. Once I get past Advent, I just feel so much better. Because this part is a bit of a difficulty spike, but it just always has those parts that just are a little bit more rough on me. I don't know if it's just me or these parts of the game, but it's just the way it is. Let him pass one more time. Now we have a fun part here. Most of this game is able to be beaten by not dashing, or I guess rolling the entire time. So as long as you're rolling, you're never really in danger of being in the wrong place, or being too slow. So you just kind of have to be aware of that as you do these speed areas. You don't have to go like 100% as fast as possible, but you do have to at least make sure you're going at, like, you know, enough speed. There we go. It's the one part I can do pretty well. And if there were more parts like that in the game, it'd be so great. Because that one part with those 3 bombs, it always makes me feel so good. One thing I can handle, I guess. Alright, now we got our fun buddy here. If we beat this, we've pretty much beaten this whole area. Here they come, chat. I like how you can make out the pirate sort of in there. Get out of here, you pirate son of a gun. We have like a single frame where we could potentially take some damage, so we just have to be careful. Still haven't taken damage, so I'm happy. Oh, he's not dead yet? Must have counted wrong. There we go. Oh, feels good getting past that one. Gives me issues every time. I mean, not that time, but other times. Let's get going. Also, Troy, if you are still here, thank you for letting me know that by holding the F button, I can skip a lot of the dialogue and cutscenes and stuff. I didn't count it wrong. Yeah, it seemed like I hit it an extra time there, but maybe it was just a situation where it got hit, but it kind of counted as me hitting the bomb and the bomb blowing. I don't know. We don't have to worry about it now. Can't hurt us any longer. I'll read that in a second there, Joey. I got a dreadnought aiming its cannons at me. If that's not an excuse to be paying attention, I don't know what is. Welcome to Stream Site Logic. Like how at most sites you can pay for stuff, pay for no ads, perks, better quality, etc. But in Twitch you have to pay for emojis. That streamers rarely actually notice. Well, I mean, I'll notice the emojis. The emojis are fun. I feel like, especially in the smaller channels, when you get to kind of show them off a little bit. But, you know. You also get no ads on Twitch. So that's a bonus. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. It's inconsistent as to how many hits it takes for that boss. I did not know that. Don't try to give the game excuses. Boss genuinely takes more hits sometimes. That is surprising. I did not know that. Trying to figure out what shiny to hunt next. What should you hunt next, Elvin? You should get a second Dratini. You could get a Chansey. I always would shiny hunt the Chanseys, but it's also kind of the same thing as training the Pokemon at the same time. Just because they give so much experience. Don't tempt me with the Dratini. I mean, he's not in a Premier Ball. If you look closely at Otis, he's holding a Premier Ball in my emote. All I'm saying is that's my favorite type of Pokeball. I don't know, I say you do something kind of fun, Elvin. Do like a Rockruff or something. Something cute. So Pikachu, you can do whatever you want. Bum, 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 bum. Otis. I always feel so bad for Getty. He's literally just unconscious. He's not moving. Get a Chandelure. I got one of those on one of my streams, actually. That was in the Pokemon Shield version. We hatched the not Chandelure, but like the first evolution, Litwick? Is that what it was? Yeah, Litwick. Hey, there we go. Female Combee. Oh, you should do the Combee. I mean, that's the thing. You already got the male Dratini, so that means your next Pokemon has to be female, right? That is science. Like logic and stuff. If I do Litwick, it'd be with eggs. Yeah, and you have to do it on the Switch. Or I guess you could do it on the DS, but you'd also have to do it with eggs still. Chandelure is your favorite? It is a good one. Elvin beat my Chandelure when we fought each other, so he was a meanie face. I mean, I let him win. That's how it went down. I'm gonna go get some more tea. I'll be right back. Enjoy the cutscene. Tell you what, I love these headphones because I can hear everything from any point in my apartment. Like, just pouring some tea, listening to that music. Most epic cup of tea I've ever poured. Tell you what. Bum, bum, bum. So, Elvin, you know how I was talking about how I was going to get a phone call in 5 minutes? I still expect to get that phone call. They said 5 minutes, and that was at 5:30. Right now, for me, it's 9:18, so it might be a couple minutes late. Everyone makes mistakes. Maybe the guy was busy. But yeah, I still expect to get that call. I haven't gotten an email, which they have both my cell phone and email address. It's very strange how I just haven't heard back from the company. That is so useless in every single way, giving me a refund of almost $1,000 because their piece of shit thing is broken. But yeah, it's very strange. I don't know. They probably just need more time to give me a call so they can make an invoice. That's all it is. Just gotta print like 2 things, a single piece of paper, have me sign it, have them sign it. I'll just send the stupid thing back. I don't know. You're gonna go check rest place. You'll be right back. Rest place? You're gonna take a nap? Is that what you're saying there, Joey? Have fun with it. Or is that the Discord? That's the Discord name. Joey's got a Discord. I think that's what it's called. I know what's up, chat. I am not a dumb dingus. I'm just a sort of a dingus. Oh, I do love the ability to skip through a lot of this dialogue. It's not that most of this is bad. It's just, it's got its moments every now and then. Kind of slows down the action and everything going on. You have like a situation like this. Just looks like Otis kind of stares at Azio here. Azio just looks at him for a second. That's all it takes for Otis to walk away. Doesn't even acknowledge him. It's okay, Otis. You've done your best. Look at Otis. Look how sad he is. Imagine if he got injured at any point during that whole thing. What we have to do is keep him safe. We are his guardian little angel. And we have to protect him at all costs. Oh, actually, we need to go see Mr. Geddy first. Almost forgot about the Gedmiser. Solus, are you there? Eat shit, Solus. I'm just joking, I love you. Just don't be mean to me next time we see each other. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Again, you got the Squidward's house. Gravestone there. Then you got an owl-looking one. And then the one with the flowers. Those flowers mean something. There's not only flowers, but there's also steps leading up to that grave. It's there for a reason, chat. I'm going to figure that out one day. It's okay, Geddy. Bum, 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 bum. I feel you, brother. But yeah, so we finally beat Advent again, and that always makes me kind of happy. We've definitely gotten past Advent more than enough times, but, man, sometimes it just gives me those issues. We'll get past the floating continent, hopefully no problem. Take a little bit of time, but shouldn't be any real issue. Get back to the lava lake, and we'll set a new personal best. How's that sound, chat? Maybe we'll just beat the entire game from that point out. Sound like a plan, man? Of course it does. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Otis, you missed your house. Don't miss the house. I like the little steps that Otis has. I can kind of like imagine that like Geddy would use them or something. Oh, Geddy's mad again. Don't be mad, Mr. Geddy. So you going for the Combi there, Elvin? Because I guess technically both the, if you want to do a Litwick or a Combi, you can't do an SOS method. You'd have to do them on the Switch or by hatching eggs on the DS. Both of which are hatching eggs, and that's just no fun. I guess you could do the wild encounters, but, man, if hatching eggs is no fun in Sword and Shield, then the wild encounters is a third layer of hell, something like that. For the most part. And you know what really made me sad with Sword and Shield? I just want to say this. You can't get a shiny starter as a starter. You have to hatch a shiny starter out of an egg. And I find that stupid. I want to start the game with the shiny starter. And I was like thinking about that with the days leading up to it. Like, oh, it's going to be so cool. I'll be like one of the few people with the shiny starter because that's just what I'm going to go for. And turns out, no, you just can't do it. Luckily, I figured that out before we started the stream. But man, that would have been really annoying. I will say that I tried to get a shiny Tapu Koko, and I tried that for, it had to be like 3-4 hours. And then I was just kind of like looking it up, and I'm like, I don't know if this thing, if I've ever, can this one be shiny? Because I know sometimes the legendaries in this game can't be. It turns out it's a event-only shiny, so very unfortunate. I don't know, Tapu Koko's kind of cool. I dislike the fact that all of them look the same in their shiny form. Just they have like that same color scheme. I feel like they could have gone like more of a unique shiny. But again, nothing I can do. That being said, it's always kind of fun to bitch about shinies that you like and hate, so I'm not going to stop doing it. Alright, Otis, let's get going. It's almost nighttime in the town of Vele. I really love the colors of this place. I really don't get to like sit back and notice them all that much these days, but it really does look good. It's fun to see pixel art that just looks so amazing. Interesting. Also hope that Molstrom there, he, takes his time. Like, when he's walking, it probably takes a while for him to get to place. Like, his captain's quarters are right next to that, but it's still kind of a long hallway. I wonder how long it would take him. Back here in the Tropius. So we'll get to that floating continent, which shouldn't pose too much of an issue. There's a couple enemies here and there in the floating continent that are occasionally annoying. But with that being said, it's really no major issue. As long as I just take it slow and steady. Make sure I stay calm. We do have that like mini boss fight of all the hornets. Or wasps, or bees, whatever you want to call them. We've been doing a lot better on those. We failed on it once, but I focused on training up on those things for a while. Ever since then, I've definitely been a lot more consistent with them. By that I mean, not even coming close to damage. And by that I mean sometimes coming occasionally close, but still not having damage taken at all. Because we're just that good, chat. You can soft reset Combee too. Can you do that? I guess maybe in a different game or something? I don't know, if you got a Combee, it's always that fun little, like, double reaction. You're like, yes, it's shiny, but wait, is it the female shiny? Because that's the only one that matters. And then you get the female shiny, you're like, yeah, let's go, baby! Which I know is, quite difficult to do. You can soft reset it and shield. Yeah, if you want to, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It is a cool Pokemon. Soft resetting and shield is something. Takes a little bit of time. But if you're willing to spend the time for it, that makes it all that much more worth it. Here we go. One back, just one message. One message in just talk and chat. Pickle playing with Idle Miner. Friends playing with friends, I see. That's good. No, stuff's still going just fine here. Nothing to really report. Feel like it's quicker than eggs. It probably is. Oh, we were able to get him. Burn the leaves. Leave them alone. You don't have to spend 30 minutes getting rid of them in the boxes. Yeah, that's the difficult part, too. I remember I had a random person in chat when I was hunting for the shiny Mimikyu, which was going to be my first shiny in Galar. And we struck up a conversation for 20-30 minutes or so. And then it became a thing where I'm like, well, I'm going to go delete all of the Pokemon in the box here. And I kept continuing the conversation as if the guy was still there, and obviously he had left. And the very next Pokemon was the shiny Mimikyu. And I'm like, oh man, the guy left. Like, had I hatched one more egg, maybe the guy would have stayed and all that stuff, but I don't know. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And that's the thing. If someone's not going to be there when you're shiny hunting. Unless you get a shiny, well, you're not the kind of folks that you want hanging out in chat now, is it? Alright, back to this fun place. Bum, 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 bum. Is there a good and a bad ending in Owlboy? There's only one ending, so... And it's also one of those endings that just kind of leaves it very open-ended, so you get to sort of make up your own sort of ideas of what's going to happen to everyone and everything. Which makes it fun. There is a very heavy amount of story in this game. Which has some questions. It does make sense in a lot of parts and has a lot of moments that just make you think like, oh, okay, I understand where they're going with this. But again, at the very end, it never like 100% tells you what everything is. Yeah, again, the story's nothing incredibly groundbreaking. I do really like it. But what really sells this game is just sort of like the fun characters, the fun art style, and just like all around kind of fun atmosphere that it has. Got him. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da-dum, bum. Guess the bad ending would be a game over? I guess, yeah. It's there when you beat the game and you announced you would beat it. That being hit the next day. And the next day would be today. Or like sometime last week. I keep saying next day, and it's yet to happen. But no, you have seen the ending. I do recommend the game. I mean, despite you kind of seeing the ending, you never really got to see the plot. So that might be something that, if you were so inclined as to be figuring out what the heck is Darkbeat playing all the time. Plus, I'm skipping over a lot of the content, too. I don't talk to anyone. I'm not doing, like, any optional side things and stuff like that. Don't have a PC or Steam. It's on a Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PS4. It's on all the consoles. All the ones that matter, at least. But, it's up to you. It's just a game I'd recommend. Would never force anyone to play something they don't want to play. You have a PS3? I don't know if it's on PS3. I would have to look that up. Yeah, you would. Elvin can play Owlboy, goddammit. Like, seriously, come on, man. Sheesh. You would force me to play Dead by Daylight on a controller. To be fair, you made it seem like you would rather sacrifice a child than play Dead by Daylight on a controller. Second, you did play it on a controller shortly after that conversation, and I wasn't even there to see it, so... It's so bad for you. I mean, I could understand. Like Troy there, the speedrunner, he obviously does the speedruns and does it on the PC or computer or whatever. And so he was talking about how he was using a Switch and having to use a controller, and he's like, how do I switch to Alphonse? I don't know how to do this. And we're like, hit the L button, the L button. Turns out it was glitched, which is why he wasn't switching, but we're just like, do you know which buttons to push normally? So you can't really blame him for the game being glitched, because, well, it is his fault it was glitched, so maybe we can blame him. Peekaboo. Tested to see if it works for like a minute. For like a minute, I want to see a round. And I will offer you my continued support. I think I've given enough tier 3 subs at this point. That almost came out of my mouth, but I don't think I can really do too much more, to be completely real with you. I don't know, maybe if I like you in the future, some tier 2s. I mean, you've got to think of the content, right? Don't you think it'd be kind of fun for your chat to be like, come on, Elvin, you've been in this situation before, and you're like, Kaya, I can't move, I don't know what I'm doing. And you're just like staring into the wall, just like walking into it. Classic video game NPC thing. Don't attack me, please. They did not attack me. That is good. And peekaboo. That little son of a gun right there. He's trying to sneak up on me. Oh man, when the whooms come out, you know it's about to get fun. Take that, bugs. I will think about it. That's what I always say when I just want the conversation to be over. Bum. There we go. Got him. I'm always going to attack those guys quickly, but back off almost immediately too, just to avoid the damage that could happen. And again, for these parts I use the D-pad, just so when I'm using a, like normally I use the joystick to control this stuff, but the D-pad is a lot more precise. I've occasionally had my finger slip during practice runs and stuff like that, and I just end up going at an angle and going, obviously, into, like, the spikes. And that's never very fun. So, just minimizing the chances of failure. Buzz, buzz. So with this, what I do is I start below, just kind of dish out the damage underneath them. Try and be equal opportunity and attack all of them at the same time. By the time the fourth ones come, you can really no longer spam and kill them all. But dish out the damage like so, and then you slowly move to the side, let them sort of smack into the wall like that, and then you finish them off. As long as the damage that you've been dealing is pretty good, you can kill them relatively quickly. We didn't even need Alphonse. Look at us. I was kind of too busy explaining how to get past that part that I didn't really, you know, use Alphonse to get past that part. There's only 8 of them that will spawn at the final amount there, so sometimes I just use Alphonse once like 5 or 6 spawn in to, you know, kind of just make sure, like, hey, we're making sure absolutely everything is idiot-proof on my side. So it's a lot easier to kill 2 of them than it is to kill 8 of them. And again, when it comes to Alphonse, you just need to make sure that when you're closing in on the enemies that you aren't actually just in a position where they will hit you and deal damage. That's how Alphonse is for everything, but just gotta be clear about that. Alrighty then, light all the lights, because these will be important. Every one of these lights is very nice to have. And in these dark areas, you need to make sure you stay in the light for... If you leave the light for like 5 to 10 seconds, you will start to take damage from the gnats. So as long as you either eat a glow fruit or you have some sort of light source, that's all you need. Bring the glow fruit for this part, because this is very important. You want to use that to smack that guy. If that guy, he's wearing the armor, you cannot break his armor with either Alphonse or Getty. The only thing that breaks his armor is by Otis smacking him. And if he happens to pull out, or go through his attack, which is pulling out one of those hives and throwing it at us, if he happens to do that, then that is a very good chance of him getting too close to us, or us getting too close to him, And just, it results in us taking damage. And I've had a number of runs, and because I'm trying to knock the armor off those guys, and I'm just too close to him, and he pulls out the thing right as I smack him. And it's kind of annoying, so again, what we're doing is just minimizing all the areas where we can take damage. And the glow fruits are the only fruits that are capable of knocking the armor off of those people. So if you happen to grab any other fruit, they would not work. And sort of, I don't know if this is because they're programmed to be heavy or something, you can't throw these glow fruits quite as far. So you just have to like be aware of that. You can throw the normal fruits across the entire map. These things don't go as far. Now you got this guy who's annoying. He almost always throws a hive on me, so I was trying to be a little bit faster there, and it turns out it works. Also eat the glow fruit when you're done with them so they spawn back on the tree. That way we know where they are if we need them next time. We shouldn't need them, except for that first one, but better safe than sorry. Now use this. Completely miss your attack because you're trying something silly. The idea is I'm going to hit this guy, hit all the other enemies, and kill the final guy. So here we go. Ah, I missed a couple. Missed a lot of them, actually. A little nerve-wracking having them surround me on all sides, but made it work. You definitely want them all attacking you from one direction. The problem with those guys, and I've had this end of run of mine before, and it came close on this one. I shoot this thing, and the idea is that it can come out over here and actually kill those things. Biggest problem is I only hit one of them, which left 4 of them. And Getty was kind of going a little bit too slow, and I couldn't actually switch to Alphonse when they were closing that gap on me. Had Alphonse been ready, I could have killed all of them in one shot, without having to worry at all, but because he was still reloading, there was literally nothing I could do. Had I switched to Alphonse there, which was the mistake I had made in my failure attempts, yeah, had I switched to Alphonse, could have been a lot worse, just because I would not have had any attacks going off at all. But I knew that the one that actually did its attack and got behind me, I knew it wasn't going to attack for a few seconds. Use that time to kill the other 2, and just make sure I was in the right position. All comes down to just recognizing how enemy attack patterns work in this game. That just is trial and error. Kill absolutely every single enemy that you see in these areas, because we will be coming through them once more. And it's just going to make it a lot easier. If you kill everything, you don't have to deal with it later. This guy, I use Alphonse and just absolutely make sure to destroy. Because right here is just about a 90-degree angle, so you might think you're safe in this spot, but he could probably get you. Don't even give him the chance of trying to get you. And I'll grab this, try to get a double kill. Ah, we only got one. Oh well. There we go, there we go. Throw that right here. Technically we don't need it, but that's okay. Oh, we're starting to get to some of the fun parts of this. I like how Getty... Hold up. Getty literally has longer range with throwing that rock than he does with his gun. Like I was about to say, Getty, you have a gun. Just shoot the door with the gun. But then I thought, like, hold up, maybe it just doesn't have the range. Turns out it doesn't. His arm is stronger. Alright, definitely get this guy and hit the armored dude with it. I didn't really mention this, but if you... I'm just gonna burn those down. If you hit the armored guys with one of these explodey birds, it doesn't matter if they pull out the beehive or not. Or the hornet's nest, whatever you want to call it. That does not matter. They will die alongside the hornets that spawn in. And I've had it before where they pull out the hornet's nest and I kill the guys who are trying to throw it. The hornets will still spawn, so don't think that just by killing the source of them that you've dealt with the problem. You have not dealt with it. Unfortunately. I still always want to test if these guys have like an unlimited amount of time that I could hold them. They definitely don't look like they're happy, and they make funny noises, so... For me, I'm always just kind of like one of those guys who's like, I'm gonna go fast with them and make sure I get rid of them in a safe manner. Alright, so now we have arguably one of the most important parts of my run here, which is going to be bringing this fruit with us all the way to the next section. If we eat this fruit, it does grow on the tree, so we can come back and get it, but bringing it with us for right now is going to be helpful for a couple parts, as well as... Is he going to attack me? He does not. Oh, we got a bunch of them. Nice. Sometimes you get some good multi-kills with those guys. I think we got all of them there. Wow, we actually killed them all. That's cool. There's like one here and like 2 more over in this way, and then the first one. But yeah, so this fruit will be useful right here for helping with the armored fella. Good news is he doesn't really see us, so we'll just bonk him in the face, kill him in the dead, and now we can attack these guys. Use Alphonse when you need them, and that smashes that guy. We've officially dealt with most of these enemies. There's one more, and he has ended my run before. I have a vendetta against that one. But yeah, these fruits, take your time. Take your time when you use them. Very nice, very nice. A vendetta for Papa. They got a vendetta, I tell you. But, yeah, this is what I mentioned again. This guy, you cannot hit him from, like, being under here, so you kind of have to get maybe a little closer to the guy than you would expect. His animation of pulling out the hive and then throwing it takes a second or so, but you definitely want to line that up, hit him. If the hive does appear, just kind of, like, start running, go into the next room, and make sure you're safe. But again, you can see how far I could throw this, about to where those fruit are. And if I were to grab any other fruit, you see it goes quite a bit further. So I stand in that same spot, and it goes there. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. Keep bringing this fruit, because it's going to be very important. We killed all of those guys. No, we didn't. There's one remaining. Die! We got him. Break the web on the left. That way, when you break these other 2, you can do it from a range. And it just gives you like an extra second or so to get out of there. Less distance for you to go. You don't have to get rid of Getty, but if you do, you go a little bit faster. And this is where you want to bring this fruit. If you do not bring this fruit at this part, you are in some trouble for doing the hitless run. You go down here, and if you go past this door without this fruit, you're in trouble. Because it shuts behind us. But now that we have it down here, we're nice and safe. Oop. There we go. So again, I'm kind of talking as if this is a tutorial. I don't know if anyone wants to do this, but I'm definitely explaining my reason for doing these things as I am doing them. Try and clear up confusion. I don't know, maybe this will be on YouTube someday. Hi, YouTube. Maybe you're listening to me in the future. Ba-da-da-dum. Spoiler alert, if you're watching me in the future, and this is on YouTube, this run is successful. Right now, I'm not aware of this, though, so... Imagine how I feel. I'm all nervous. But yeah, bring the fruits with you, and you're gonna now get to the nightmare area, which I have had literal nightmares of this section. So, here come the gnats. The gnats will attack you the second you are in darkness. And there's a lot of darkness coming up here, so make sure that is lighting you up. The difficult part about that is how it swings on the chain. When it swings like that, it could potentially go away from you and no longer keep you lit, so just watch out for that. And I'm going to take this part slow where I light everything. Stay safe, Otis. And let's just kind of light that. We'll bring this guy in. There we go. The reason I threw Alphonse is because I always spin to get rid of Alphonse or Getty or Twig. When the bomb is so close to me, I don't want to spin and like run the risk of it actually hitting something and then blowing up, because that just doesn't sound like a fun thing. Which is why I just threw Alphonse, just to be safe. So I can carry the fruit with me, I'm gonna eat it just because I want to. Go down here, watch out for the spikes. You have spikes on the walls, and then you have spikes on the floor. You'll get to this part with these lights, which we have lit earlier. Because you're so smart and you lit them up, and we can go down, we can grab this one. We are officially safe. Oop. We're officially safe the second we get to this one. I eat it just to make sure we're good on light, and then I bring another one with us. Again, we have cleared every single enemy. We know because the chest over here spawns. And nothing else is attacking us. But again, you just have to be somewhat lit up, and you will not lose any health. If you are slightly in the dark for even a second, like a fraction of a second, you will take damage. And I always stock up on the light fruit there, because it's the last time we need it. I don't think you will ever take damage when you're using this thing, but I don't know, you're kind of like slightly on the edge there, so I always just eat it just to make sure. I never actually tested that. But again, just be smart, eat the fruit, have it spawn, and then carry one with you, just so you know that you've got all that stuff just in case. It doesn't make you glow more, but you just kind of know that if you accidentally drop the fruit, you're fine, and if the fruit wears off, you still got another one. Each one sort of like checks the other one. But there we go, we have all but finished the floating continent. Lucky for us, the gnats are gone, and I guess this is the part where I tell the story about how when I was training for this area, I did a couple test runs of this part, specifically not really the gnats, but just areas of this cave. And then about a night or two after, I had a literal nightmare where I, in my nightmare, or dream, I'll just call it a dream, but I had like a flashlight and I was in a dark room and I turned it on. And that caused, like, all these tiny bugs and stuff to start going around and just, like, getting everywhere. And I remember them, like, getting in my hair and stuff and, like, crawling around in my hair. It wasn't the most fun dream, but, yeah, it wasn't until shortly after, when I was just sort of, like, talking about that I realized, like, oh my god, I had a dream about this part because I'm actually stuck in this part. Like, you cannot make that up. It's just sort of like a crazy coincidence. I can't dream of, like, a nice part of this game. This game has so many nice areas and, like, calm settings, nice music. Now, I have the nightmare about the death bugs. I don't know. So with this, what I'm going to do is immediately get rid of Getty. That way my hitbox is a little bit better, because you can see right here, this is the only movement that I have. Getty counts as a hitbox for all this, so I'm going to spin, get rid of him, and then I can actually move around a little bit faster. And I can actually move around without hitting the walls as much. So there we go, we have beaten the floating continent. After you, Otis. So now we got a boss fight, we got a couple fun areas, and then the first of two major RNG sections. We will see if we can do it. We did there's two RNG things. We did the first one yesterday. We were able to do it first try, like in the Deathless run. But, I don't know. It's all RNG, so we'll just see what we can do. This boss is one of the hardest if you don't know what you're doing. I'll do my best to explain everything, and just understand that the pattern that I'm going to take is almost the exact same every single time. There is a moment where if I get this thing into its third phase, at the wrong time, I can actually end up taking damage by going in a cutscene, having Otis go through an animation which is a cutscene of him, as the boss goes through a cutscene, and if I have that happen at the wrong time, it'll result in me taking damage, because it's sort of just more of a glitch than anything, unfortunately. But, yeah. Just what it is, and we just gotta live with it. Hide up in the corner. Once he gets that, like, force field up, he kind of just go into the other corner, down at the bottom left. I think my webcam kind of covers this, just trust me when I say I'm at the bottom left. Get Alphonse, get a nice shot there, and go at it with Getty. And then you just repeat. Same RNG every single time. So once you figure the pattern out one time, you figured it out every time. This first phase is definitely a lot easier. Alright, so once this falls off, you have to actually kind of smash it with Getty the first time. Stay clear of his arm, because his arm is still a massive hitbox, and he will follow up with the attack like so. This is still his same phase, so this is still phase 1. But yeah, to actually damage this thing on his head, once it falls off, you, being Otis, or while holding Alphonse or Getty, have to make physical contact with the thing on the top of his skull. That falls off. Same goes with this phase. I'm going to touch it, and it's going to break. Now we are on phase 2. Phase 2 is a little different. He's going to send 3 little shock balls at us, which could prove fatal if we get him into phase 3 at the wrong time. So, I'm going to use Getty only for like the first couple seconds here. He's going to do that same sort of attack, and then he's going to go with this. If I get him into phase 3, when he shoots those 3, it'll damage me. That ends the run. So just for the sake of it, we're only going to use Alphonse from this point out, because I know when to attack with Alphonse at the safest time. This will take a number of different sort of, I don't know, waves of attacks or whatever you want to call it from this guy. But it's definitely the safest thing, the safest option. Hide up in the corner, avoid his arm, jump down from the electric. And for this, in phase 2, I'm underneath the second electric ball that spawns in. When he spawns all these in, I go underneath the second one and just wait for my opportunity. The third one will go pretty fast and be out of my way by the time the second one, which is directly above me, actually starts posing any sort of threat. And I'm just in a almost perfect spot for him when he's doing his jumping pattern to not hit me either. I do kind of encroach on his territory a little bit when he's doing this jump here. I've yet to ever have him hit me doing that, so I don't know if it's ever going to be an issue. And again, Getty's damage ends up, it adds up pretty fast, so I would say it's probably about like 5 or 6 shots of Getty will equal 1 of Alphonse. So that cutscene that he just went through does not hurt me with his arm. If I were to wait on it... Oh, there we go. Got a little nervous on that. Kind of messed up the first part, but we're fine. Yeah, just be safe with it. And there we go. We beat the boss. Also, do not stand on the enemy. He will damage you. Just kind of hang out in a corner. So that's this boss. He's difficult if you don't know what to do. When you do know what to do, he's just sort of more trivial than anything else. Cool strat, bro. Thank you, Sonic Joey. Let's see here. This time you're making fun of the stupidity of Planet Dreamstar. I like how the world is the dreamland of Kirby, the cannibal that slaughters innocent creatures by inhaling them like crack cocaine. Yet he is called the hero. Listen. The stories about heroes are told by the survivors, so that's just what you gotta take. Kirby will refer to himself in the hero when he passes down the story, even though I don't think Kirby can talk. So, we got that going. Yeah, this is the part of the game where I treat it more like a guide or something, assuming it might one day make its way onto the internet, and if someone's wondering. Plus, it's something to talk to, and it just, I don't know, kind of fills up the empty time and stuff. But yeah, so that boss, I believe, is the official end to the floating continent, even though he's in the lava lake. Because if you load the lava lake section of the game, it will spawn you in at this point. Either at this point where you have to turn on the teleporter, or when you get back from the teleporter. All I know is you do not fight that boss, so that's just what it is. But yes, now we are going into the lava lake. This part is not so bad until the worst part of the game. So we have a couple trivial moments, which shouldn't prove too difficult because I know what I'm doing and hopefully don't choke it. I've been there a few times and haven't so far, so let's just keep it up. Also, yeah, just the one tough part is full-on RNG. We were incredibly lucky yesterday when we were playing through this. Excuse me, I keep drinking tea. That's good to, like, fill time and stuff for me. It's like making me want to burp and stuff, and that's not fun. But yeah, what was I saying? We got very lucky yesterday with incredible RNG, some of the best I've seen, believe it or not. So hopefully we can get lucky again. It's kind of like the song, like 10% luck, 20% pain. Like, how much? 15% skill. 10% luck, 10% luck, 20% pain, 15... Is it 10% luck, 15% skill, 15% concentrated power, will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain? There we go. It took me a second. I got it, chat. Shut up. Don't look at me. But yeah, it's luck. A lot of luck, a lot of skill, a little bit of pain. Just all that. Yeah, cool story. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so it's the first very heavy RNG part of the game, which is followed up very shortly by the second most very heavy RNG part of the game. Luckily for me, there's only 2 of these parts. If you want to count bosses, they're not really RNG. They follow certain scripts, and their attacks are relatively easy to deal with. But yeah, if I can get past these 2 parts, we are in very good shape for a great run. Good news is I feel amazing right now. Not getting nervous or anything yet, so it just keeps coming down to, like, as long as I'm not currently setting a new personal best, I'm not going insane at all. I feel calm as, like, anything. Like, first few times when I was in here, I'm like, oh god, I'm in here. Don't mess it up, Darkbeat. I already messed it up. Who cares? I'm in the teleporter coma. Poor Otis. Look at that poor face. Look at him. Let's see here. Fair, but which idiot in the background considers Kirby a hero? All they see is their potential friends and their families fall into an infinite gauntlet. But yes, Kirby's stomach is an infinite, according to Wikipedia. That's what I've heard. I have heard that. I don't know, he helps out some people sometimes. Isn't the one game they build the spaceship for the one alien person? So they got that going for him. And he's off. Alright, so lava kills you in 1 hit. That doesn't matter in this run, but, you know, lava's dangerous. Your spinning attacks are very useful here. You are almost invulnerable to damage. I have taken damage when spamming these attacks, so it scares the ever-loving heck out of me. So I'm going to keep playing this a little bit extra safe, just avoiding the damage altogether. But, yeah, just one of those things. There we go. Man, that one shot a little fast. I was almost too slow on that second. I thought I could beat it. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit lower here. You can see that one on the very edge about to do its thing. Let him fire. Take out both of them. That's how I do it. He helps aliens and not his own kind. It's a tragic backstory, I guess so. Are there other Kirbys in the world? Like, is there like a, I don't know, female Kirby? Is Kirby a girl? Is Kirby genderless? It probably is. It's just a pink ball. Doesn't even talk. Can't tell us anyway. You can also shoot that thing and have it, like, fly off and attack this thing if the lava lizard's down below. I just didn't do that because, you know. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. Come on, fire. There we go. There we go. Spamming spin is your safest option. Even if one of those hits you, you're more than likely going to deflect the projectile. That being said, I've seen it not do that sometimes, so you just gotta be careful. I was thinking of letting that one live, but I already shot him, and I wouldn't want to, you know, be in constant pain, so had to end his misery. I'm a good person. Ba-da-dum. So for this part, I'm going to just sort of spam it. These things don't actually track you. These final ones do, but yeah, just kind of spam your spin. Do not, by any means, go on top of them, because if they go up and slam your head into the ceiling, you actually will die. And it's not even take damage, it's like they full-on do the death animation and everything, so. Found that out by accident. So, at least it was during a test run. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum. I'm actually a little bit happy now because, believe it or not, this first section gives me a little bit more, I don't know, more nerves or something going into it than the second section. The second section has some more difficult enemies, but they're set up in a somewhat easier way, so I really don't have to worry too much about them ruining my day because I know how to make them work. Good thing is with this monkey, may seem scary because he comes super close to us in the cutscene, he will not hit us. Shoot him once in the face, have him go in the lava. We're done with him. Otis goes to hell after shooting people with other people's guns in the game. No, Otis is a good guy. He's not the one doing it. That's how I've always wondered how this game would work. Is Otis constantly telling Geddy shoot now, pat 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 pat, and he's just kind of smacking Geddy, and that's what causes it. Because I'm technically controlling both Geddy and Otis right now, but it's all up to Otis who's shooting at any given time. So all you have to do is kill those monkeys. Don't worry about the other ones. They won't get in our way. There's one monkey up here. Let him sort of get on the roots there, start climbing down. Listen when you get close to these ones. You hear the monkeys? They're right below us. There's only 2 of them. Stay kind of on the opposite side. Watch out for them jumping across. You just don't want to go super high up and spawn the next monkeys. There's 3 of them who spawn up top, and the idea with these 3 is that you will potentially, if you don't know what's going on, you'd kind of go past this area, spawn the 3 monkeys, go back down, avoiding them, and end up getting hit by the 2 monkeys who have already spawned behind us. We go slow enough so they only spawn in their own little groups, and we don't have to worry about anything like that. Poke your head up just enough till you hear the noise, and then kind of just run back. The monkeys are easy because they don't have range, but you do have to respect the fact that they can jump pretty far. So I always just keep it at a ranged battle with them. And the only time I really use Alphonse is with that one monkey by the screw there, so just make sure you don't miss. If you do, I guess just jump down the path you came in, because they will climb down a little bit slower. Actually, I think they might fall down too if you get them to fall down, but yeah, just don't miss. It's easier that way. Alright, going through here, use the little corner strat, just shoot them. Alphonse can shoot through corners as long as the enemies are close enough. And you have to kill this thing at the very top, that way you get the fun noise of all of them falling into lava. Listen, chat. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there. Shoot that thing once, it'll jump, and realize that there's lava underneath it, and it's a stupid, silly head. Also, just watch out with that guy. I mean, he could come and hit you too. I have yet to have that happen, but it's a possibility. You can also shoot the little bottom of the thing here, and then you shoot the monkey, and he falls down like that. Hey, Sauce Boss, how you doing? Another raid of 1. I'm sorry, I guess the alerts and stuff don't go off when it's like that, but welcome in, Sauce Boss. I appreciate the raid. We are getting awfully close. Pickle Rick! We're getting awfully close to our new personal best, so right after this fire part here, which is going to scare the ever-living heck out of me, I could technically go down 1 more, I think. You can get closer to this fire than you think, but we're going to play it safe. This is always scary. Oh, we got some hot feet, Otis. Hot feet. Ooh, dog. That just comes down to trusting the game and knowing that you're not going to get injured. I've taken damage on those things during practice runs more times than I want to admit, so how am I doing? We're doing pretty good. We're about, I'd say about 60% through this game. We're about to fight the single hardest part of the game. So far, we've made it hitless. This is not our personal best yet. We have gotten past this next part. That was yesterday. So we will see if we can recreate that. Not bad, but I guess you're not talking to me. Hey, you can all talk to each other. Chat, I give you permission to chat with each other. Good to hear that. Yeah, how are you doing? Looks like, are you doing some streaming and stuff? Coming in there with the raid. I don't remember you streaming. Is this a new thing for you? Let's get through the dialogue here. Oh, another fun thing too, Sauce Boss. As of yesterday, the stream here has a currency system that you can gamble with. So if you want to do... Objection! So if you want to do any sort of gambling and fun stuff, you can do exclamation point points, P-O-I-N-T-S, to learn a little bit about it, and then exclamation point coins, C-O-I-N-S, and you get to see like all the coins and stuff that you have. You can gamble with them and duel each other over them and all that fun stuff. Kind of keeps the chat a little bit lively here and there. Very well, thank you. I was just making music. That's always fun. Music is a cool thing. Just kidding, I wanted to make a Phoenix Wright reference. There is a right way and a wrong way. That's definitely the Phoenix Wright way. I deserve to get hit in this attempt. Okay, let's see what happens. There's gambling stuff now. There is. So you did do the raid, so you did get a couple coins and stuff to have fun with. And you will earn them over time, as well as gambling and stuff like that. Alright, now time for the single hardest part of the game. Very RNG heavy. We had incredibly good luck with the RNG yesterday. Let's hope we can continue it. Yeah, ask anyone who plays this game, this is the hardest part. Let alone a hitless, so I've done this many times. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I guess you don't have any. I apologize for that. Raids are supposed to give coins out, but they spawn in every 10 minutes, so you should be getting about 100 of them. Get the first one, if you can, to fall in lava. First one or two to fall in lava. Alphonse is your lifeline. And try to shoot multiple monkeys with Alphonse when you can. Alphonse's gun will almost always be ready by the time the next wave spawns. There we go. If you kill the final monkey with Alphonse's shotgun for like the first second, he will not be ready. But in this case, he has been ready. Let him try and jump at the same time, and take him out with Getty. Round 6, baby, let's go. Come on, RNG, let's go, RNG. Oh, it's very good right now, very good RNG. Let's go, baby, let's go! That's 2 in a row for me on this, let's go! That is the hardest part of this game, and we done it. This is so far not a personal best, but we are about to tie it. Get out of here, you dumb monkey. Shoot your big dumb face. But yeah, so it's a lot going on at once. Definitely practice is the way to go. And what I do is I kind of hang out right by this owl statue. This hitbox is deceptive. You would think that, like, you can't really quite see. I'm going to use this as a reference. This, like, little area with the lava, you would think you could bait the monkeys in there every time. The hitbox is slightly off, and the monkeys' hitboxes are very mean, so you could barely touch one, and they will hit you. Barely touch one. Barely even come close to them. When a monkey spawns above you, the best way to deal with it is to have it fall into the lava. If you have no choice, use Alphonse. If there's like 2 monkeys right there, and they're grouped up together, use Alphonse to take them out, and then maybe try and get a third one with the lava there. And in an absolute, like, if you have no other choice, you have to just sort of sprint across the entire thing and try and get all of them to jump at the same time. If they're all in the air at the same time, you can go underneath them at the same time. And that just makes it a lot easier to pick them off with Getty. So that is the strategy I use. It takes a lot of practice. So if anyone is ever like kind of wondering how to do that, that's how I do that. And it just takes practice. I've spent hours learning how to do that. But yeah. Oh, let's see here. It's Monkey Satan. It really is. That is the hardest part, so I'm very happy that it happened to work out for me. Bump, bump. My album is almost ready. 2 more songs, and it'll be ready to be released. That's pretty awesome. It's going to be free, and you have 11 songs. Ambient music. I like the idea of that. Maybe I'll have to listen to it during shiny hunting streams or something like that. He is scared and cool. Yeah, the monkey gets scared. It's as if there's something larger than the monkey that can give us some issues. With this part, this is a timed event. No matter how fast Otis goes, the lava will always be the same speed. So get going nice and fast. Get Alphonse, break that door. Smack him, while Alphonse doesn't have his gun reloaded. Fire those things. Hit it with fire, don't hit it with Alphonse's gun. And then save Alphonse's gun for that monkey. Once you do that, you're clear. It's all about speed, but if you get a very good fast start, you can kind of slow down on those parts and make sure you do them right. Now we're on to the next boss. If we beat this boss, we are officially at our personal best. Or we're tied with the personal best and trying to attempt to get past it again. This boss will have a moment where if we beat it at the wrong time in the wrong place, it can damage us. So at the end of Phase 2, I'm going to be very careful and only attack it when I know that it's not going to mess me up. So, there we go. So you did a killer game to test something out. Okay, what was it, Elvin? What was it? I will check that out in a second here. I kind of got a giant snake monster to deal with. This snake is not too tough. He telegraphs his spawns pretty well. You just kind of have to like be aware of what each spawn looks like. This is going to be in the middle. Just let him do his thing. When he's at that corner there, get into this corner, go at him with Getty, let him do his fire attack, and then once he puts his head back, he's in range for Alphonse. Then you can kind of get him with Getty, like so. Continue to stay back, and now we got more of this stuff. He's going to do a little loop above us. He's going to do zigzag. Get little pot shots here and there, it's not going to matter. And now he's going to be in this corner. Continue to hit him with Getty. If you're in this corner, you are safe. You don't even have to shoot the fire. You are 100% safe. Switch to Alphonse when he's there, right next to you. And he's now, you can tell, sort of in his Phase 2, which is only a health bar indicator. His head looks different, so you just have to watch for it. He's going to spawn in here. And this is the corner you want to beat him in. If you beat him in the other corner, you will take damage through an animation. And that is unfortunate, because you do not want to do that. So we're going to get some good pot shots and stuff off on him up here. Try and do a couple attacks and things like this. He's going to do the little loop-de-loop. Miss him again, that's okay. He's going to spawn, do another little loop the other way. And now he's spawning down here. I am not going to attack him, because if he were to die, which I don't think he will, but if he were, I take damage. Simple as that. So I'm playing it extra safe. I'm not even going to use Getty, because like I've said, Getty's damage adds up very fast. Especially when you're getting like constant hits and stuff on the guy. He should spawn down here now. Nice. Where did my health go? I didn't take damage, but all my health is gone. I think that's just a part of the game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't take damage, and if I did with that health, first off, I wouldn't have full health, and I would have had to been hit more than once, so I feel like I just lost my health due to the game being the game. So that's all I'm gonna say. We have now officially tied our personal best. This is the second biggest part of the RNG run. Give me a second here, I'll read you in a second, chat. Big RNG here, let's go, baby. Best part of the game, too. Don't you dare do that. You can have the worm hit his face, but Otis cannot take the damage. Oh my god, there's a lot of rocks. Oh, we are close. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go! New personal best. We're going to go down 2, up 4, down 2. That is the part for this second phase. Second phase is scripted. Down 2, 1, 2. Let's go! Oh, man. So just going to scrape his little head there. He's not going to take damage. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to keep scraping his head. Do not worry. That's not hurting him. Once you see that flash, down 2, 1, 2. Let's go! Oh, man. Chat, this could be the night. I have proven that I can beat the game from this point on hitless. It's up to my nerves to, you know, be there with me while we do this. But we have officially passed the 2 hardest parts of the game for the first time. Let's go! Oh my goodness. Dudes, I'm excited. This could be the night. I'm not lying. I am not lying. Oh my goodness. Man, for how bad this morning started. How bad this stream started. New personal best. And that's all it is. That's all it is. You gotta just keep building on the personal best. Maybe this isn't the night. Maybe it isn't. But we're gonna keep building off of it. We're gonna make it better. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go. It's all... I don't want to speak too much. It should be easy from this point out. There are not a lot of difficult moments. Let's just be careful. Hype. Let's go, let's go. Okay, let me get back caught up with traps and stuff, or with traps. I'm reading chat, and one of the words is traps, so shows you how my nerves are right now. I'm gonna catch up with chat real quick. But, you know how Trapper places bear traps? Yes, yes I do. Let me see. I'm gonna say, one sec, gotta deal with the giant snake monster. There was a giant snake monster. I don't know how else to put it. That thing is enormous. So there's a perk called Franklin's Demise that when you hit a survivor, they drop them. When you hit a survivor, drop their item, and I have Insidious, which is a perk where if I stand still for 2 seconds, I don't have Terror Radius or Red Killer Light when you're standing still. I don't understand most of this, but I'm going to keep going here. So I went to a generator and hid. This is Dead by Daylight, by the way. Then hit someone with an item. They drop the item, I trap it, and just defend the item the whole game from them getting it back. So you are the killer protecting an item in this situation? And because they need that item, they just can't simply use it? That let them turn on the generators? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking there. Thanks for the heart attack. Christ, I thought the run was lost. I thought so too. I need to look back on this. I did not take damage at any part. I would have noticed, let alone taking damage twice. I think it just makes my health at the normal health bar level. I did not take damage at all. I have not reset this game at all. That's just what happened. So... that's what happened. Remember to save the stream. This thing is recording right now, so I got it saved on my PC. The item is a survivor bot in the game. It was a flashlight. So you can trap the flashlight and they just can't, like, mess with it. This music is nice. Oh my god. This music, for this part of the game, the developers mentioned that this music was composed for a snowy area, and that after they listened to the music, they were like, well, now we have to make this into a small dungeon, just so you get to experience it for, like, its full amount of time. Because it's just such a great part of this game. This is probably my favorite music of the game. That dude ain't getting the flashlight. That's what it is. There you go, Twig. Twig is also gonna be very helpful for us in the near future. Oof. Poor Otis. He can't get past the winds. I'm, like, choking on tea. Help me, chat. Oh, God, that actually hurt. Like, that actually hurt my throat. I'm not even lying. I was trying to read chat and drink at the same time. Don't do that. It's the type of music you make. This is very nice music. Very calming. But yeah, if you got stuff and you wouldn't mind me, like, listening to it, like, on the stream, by all means, I would love to. Promoting it and all that stuff. Hey, if you're down. That is if I like it. But if it is like this, I will most likely like it. Yeah, so Twig is incredibly overpowered. He doesn't kill these things, technically, but he definitely one-hit, like, discombobulates them. I don't know what the word would be. And he basically goes as fast as you can pull the trigger, so he's definitely going to be one of our favorites to use from this point out. Dude's chat. This is my personal best. And the game is not that tough from this point out. You know something? I'm gonna message the Owlboy Discord and see if I can get them in here. Because this could be the run. I kind of want him to be a part of that too. Okay, so for this part, we no longer have Twig. There are going to be 2 enemies. And we just have to watch out for them. Hold up. Just love this music. It's so nice. The ambiance. You can release these enemies in here, obviously, but that's just not going to be very nice. So these 2 enemies, and we should be good. We got them both. There we go. There's nothing else that is going to damage me in this area. Bum, bum. Yep, trapped the flashlight, and they kept trying to get it back, and you're like, nope. That's kind of funny. So they could, in theory, just like start the generators and stuff, but I guess the flashlight is just important for moments in time. It's called Ocean's Rise. Dead Cat official music on YouTube. Nice. Yeah, Sauce Boss, are you in the Discord? Exclamation Discord, for anyone who isn't in the Discord. Feel free to join. But yeah, if you want to like post that stuff into the Discord, I'm sure there's some folks who wouldn't mind listening to it. And I'd be able to find it there quite a lot easier. So, bum bum. Yeah, just greedy. It's even funny because they laughed. Oh, nice. Oh, the flashlight costs money. Ooh, so that's like cruel. You're like stealing almost. All right, so this is a story part. I could skip through it, but I'm gonna message the Owlboy Discord real quick and just sort of tell them that things are looking very nice, and they might want to come by. Okay, let me message the second Discord real quick. I know this is a little bit boring. I just want to get the message out so we get some more folks in chat who might want to see this. Oh. Man, I wish there was some songs right now. Alright, got some messages out. We might see some new faces in here, just for the fun of it. Alright. Sorry for taking that little brief intermission there. You got this, Kyle. Thank you, Elvin. We've proven we can do this hit list from this point on, as of yesterday. I am very confident. I just have to not let the moment get to me. But, one of the fun things is, once I get a new personal best, I am confident up until that moment, and I no longer feel any sort of moment where I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'm kind of nervous in this spot. There's parts where I'm nervous about, but I'm not like hyper and shaking and stuff. I'm just like, oh man. Yes, think of golf. That's gonna stress me out, Elvin. You don't know how mad I get in golf. God, there's probably people who still tell stories about my attitude, especially when I was in high school. That was like 8 years ago. I bet they still remember me. Oh, man. I'm better now. I'm a lot better. Just because I treat golf as it's no longer competitive. I no longer have to worry about, like, being the best and, like, getting on the team in high school and all that stuff. Oh, my goodness. That was something else. Plus, you know, fuck my golf team. They were a bunch of fucks. I hate using bad language, but man, that was just not a good moment. Hank gives you luck. Hi there, Hank. Is that the name of the emote there, little Hank? Make a checkerboard? I don't know what you mean by that, but that's cool. That's cool, you do you. Ba-da-dum-bum. Dropping the F-bombs. I only drop F-bombs when I mean it. So you know when I mean it. Bum, 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 oh, the snow! That doesn't actually hurt me, that's just a animation. That would be a bad way for the run to end, I tell you what. Oh, the snow! Oh, the snow! Ah, poor little guy. I'm back in a lurk. We are currently on our personal best here, Ice, so here in Mesos, having some fun. But I appreciate the lurk. We'll start screaming when it gets time for the final area. You'll know I win when I scream like, let's go! And if I lose, I'll be like, you mother! And then I just like start saying other words that I'm not going to add onto it. He's oh, he's that person's dog, and its name is Hank. Okay, that makes sense. Where'd you post the link? You posted it in art. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You weren't. It is art in a way. Music can be art. I'm just fine with that. Yeah, cool beans. Welcome into the Discord. I don't know if you were there or not before. Okay, so this next area, I really don't ever train. It literally has like 12 enemies that are all very simple to kill. Not even that many, but you just gotta take it slow. Watch where you're going. Don't go too terribly fast. Dang you, Dirk, getting that third relic. Ba-da-dum-bum, bum-bum. This part cool. You're just saying that because it's snowing. Skip through the dialogue right quick. What? Did anyone get hurt? Are you okay? Listen. Ain't no one's been hurt so far in this run, tell you that much. Don't get into trouble. What? No. Comedy. Alright, Twig. You're my main man at this point. Alphonse is the heavy hitter, but when it comes to Twig, he can mostly one-shot almost anything, similar to Alphonse, but he's a lot faster of an attacker. So make sure you just kind of hit absolutely everything. And I know there's more of these things, and I'm going to go a little bit extra slow than a little bit slower than I would. Because these guys are going to just... They're going to sneak up on us one of these days. Alright, so we're officially through here, I believe. Yeah. Very small cave. Not meant to be difficult, but it does have a few treasures and stuff in it. A couple hidden areas. Hit that guy. Incapacitate him. So how much more of the game is left? So, we have one stealth part, which is not too tough as far as avoiding damage. There's a couple small areas where I just have to watch out, because I could accidentally mess up. And maybe like 2 or 3 spots. There is a boss that could be somewhat eh. That being said, I have that area, and then the final area. The final area is 90% parkour, and just jumping, and like the rest of it's all like lore and stuff like that. And so I shouldn't have any issues on the final part. There's only one boss fight and a couple jump puzzles, which I know how to do, and I know a lot of the tricks for. One thing that could be slightly difficult, but I've taken as much time and practice as I can just on making sure it's like all 100% something I can do. And I'm feeling good right now. I'm not feeling too hyper, so I'm gonna keep this up. In a nutshell, not that much. See, people might not believe me when they say I'm dyslexic. Who reads a nutshell as a nutshell? Come on, man. I'm just a silly head. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. That was a very weird fellow. Ah, my nuts! Yeah, what's up, Ellen? I'm dyslexic too. I just feel like it's a good excuse for me. I might be, but at this point, I don't know. I've read before. Not the greatest reader, but damn, I feel like there's something's got to be wrong with me. If he makes it feel better, someone else's butchered my name the other day. She called nachos. Doesn't make me feel better, I mean. I just hope you understand that when I see a new person's name and I screw it up, and I hope everyone understands this, that it's no hard feelings. And I just really want to make sure it's, spoken the way that you want it to be spoken. I've never had anyone, mess up my name. And hilariously enough, everyone always calls me Darkbeat. Like streamers and stuff like that, and there's one particular individual who is Swedish, and I believe English is his second language, and his name's Robaz. He's like an old school YouTuber, like one of the original guys who did YouTube. But yeah, he's not known for being good at English, and a lot of his jokes are just the fact that he kind of sucks at English, and not in like a really bad way, but he jokes about it. And he always calls me Darkbeat K every single time I resub or something. I've never had anyone else call me by the full actual name of mine, because I got the K because Darkbeat was taken. So that's just what it is. But, Oh, that thing sees me? Hey, that works. I did not think it would see me there. I'm not gonna lie, I was about to read chat. Let me get to a safe spot, and I'll catch up on chat again. Yeah, like I said, a lot of this is simple enough puzzles with a couple areas that I could mess up. I hit the pirate right in the face, so it's a good thing I didn't get hit there. We have one more thing with Alphonse right over here. Just let him go by. Bum 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 ba da dum bum 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 bum. That one we don't have to kill. We could kind of just let him do its own thing. And we are officially through this part. Nice. We're not officially through it, but now we're officially through it. I have trained this part a few times too. I mean, obviously I've trained every part. It's a different story, again, when it's a little bit more on the line. I'm trying to remain calm. I feel pretty good right now. I feel like I won't screw this entire thing up completely. Alright, so let me catch up here. How very Kappa. Actually, I have dyslexia. Someone called me Suspus. Or Saucy Boss, maybe? That's pretty funny. I just call you DBK, like Dragon Ball K. That works for me. Like, it's simple, just call me Sauce Boss. Yeah, Sauce Boss is pretty simple. Easy names that rhyme and stuff. 2 words that are very simple to understand for my puny, pathetic English American mind. That's just all it comes down to. Where's Toon Link? Well, I remember that joke. Toon Link. I don't remember Toon Link. Is this some sort of reference I'm not getting? Obviously, these things are on patrol. They're not going to see us if we stay out of their way. So, we're going to see a lot of them. But the rest of this run comes down to speed and stealth. Mostly stealth, and if not, speed. So, making breakfast as I'm watching Twitch. Wish me luck. Hopefully, don't burn your house down. Don't burn your house down. Just pour some cereal. It's almost impossible to burn your house down with cereal. Unless some sort of serial killer were the one making it for you. But, yeah. I don't know where we're going from this. Alright, so this part here, from the stream, I was introduced to Owlboy. I'm glad to hear that. It's a fun game. It's one of my favorites. Obviously, this stream is very themed with Owlboy. And I want to get a record in it. We've already got a record right now, technically. No one's gotten this far without getting it. I want the full game. Alright, so this next part, I'm going to kind of just, walk in here and show you what happens. this is going to trigger a cutscene where I'm going to be kind of up above where I am flying while holding Twig. What I'm going to do very quickly, you can't quite see the pirate, you can sort of see him, he's behind me, behind my dumb face. What I'm going to do is take the grate off, let the pirate do his attacks at the same time, and then, because he's not going to hit me if I stand still, and then he's going to do his second attack, and that's when I run up through the grate. So it's going to be a very quick moment here. But I've seen plenty of folks take damage on this, but you just gotta learn it. That's all it is. Making eggs and sausages with cheese on top. That sounds pretty good. Alright, so it's gonna be nice and fast. The trick is to let go of the grate when you're done with it. Otis will be grabbing the grate, you have to let go with it. You can go just as fast with the grate, but you cannot go into the grate here. You can't go into the vents if you're holding the grate. Make sure you are flying when you are in these vents, because he turns the poison on. This poison will slowly start to damage me if I don't turn it off. We turned it off fast enough. I took no damage. You get about 5 to 10 seconds before Otis will start to take the effects of the poison damage. That did not happen. That should be the only time the poison goes off for me. That is a scripted event. Kind of teaches you the basics of the poison. If I get noticed in a few areas, the poison will kick on, and I might have a slight chance to, not have it affect me. But we will see. As an official carnivore, that sounds awesome. It does sound pretty good. Yeah, now we're in the fun parts. But yeah, like I said, with this grate, you move a little bit slower with it, and when you're in the vent, you can't really move as much. So you definitely want to drop it and make sure when you encounter the one guy that you do in fact drop it. Make sure these guys pass. They will always take their same path. If they see you, they go a little faster. Like if enemies see you and stuff like that, so it's just all comes down to this, doesn't it, chat? But yeah, this section, not the hardest area. It has hard parts, but as long as I take them simple enough, we should be just fine. So I'm going to grab this, throw it, knock that pirate out. Very nice. Grab Twig, grab the vent, and we're going to throw it and knock that pirate out. Very nice. Now, doing a test run yesterday, I remembered I like grabbing the vent from out here and using it on the next pirate. This next pirate has given me issues before. Grabbing the vent from over here should basically get rid of all the issues that I've had. I'm going to take my time on this and just kind of line the shot up. There's a couple ways you can have this pirate knocked out. It involves getting dangerously close to his line of sight. If the pirates see you even for a second, they turn the poison on. The poison just kicks on automatically. You turn the poison off by going into the vents and hitting the button. By taking the vent cover off, I technically have an access to a button, but I only have a few seconds, so, take your time. I'm taking my time. We're going to let this guy pass us. Don't look down, sir. Alright, so we go up here. So he notices that. That's kind of just him being like, what's going on? He said, hey, what's going on? Simple enough. Alright, through here is a moment where I could be stupid. I need to make sure I'm flying when I come out of this jump. And when I finish doing this part. I'm going to make it sound like it's harder than it is, but it has given me issues, so... Sassy, my dog, seems like Owlboy. Well, that's fun. Make sure you are flying. If I am not flying, I will fall down, similar to how I fall down there, and that's right as the bomb is coming, so... A little bit of a nerve-wracking point. If I happened to be walking, and not, pressing my head up against the ceiling there, I could have potentially just walked off onto the bomb. That would not have helped me. Alright, so you use Twig. This is officially a part where if I get seen by any of the four enemies coming up, this will end the run. So let's have fun. Ooh, he's awfully close. We're going to let him look away. And we're going to go full barrage. Oh, he saw us for that second, but it didn't go off. I can't believe that. Shit, chat. Oh, my heart. I have never... I thought they notice you. If they notice you, it instantly turns the poison on. That thing noticed me. It noticed me. The poison didn't turn on, though. It would have been me hauling ass, but I would have taken damage. That is insane. I've never seen that before, but that is the harder part of this section, so... Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Have some coins. Thank you, Sauceball. Or Joey, you're very nice. Good news is, you can pick these guys up. If I fail at breaking the doors with them, I can always reset it. But at this point, I don't want to. I don't want to reset. Alright, let's grab that chest. I'm going to let the pirate do his thing. There's a pirate over there. I don't know the range of this pirate. This pirate got me once. Oh, he's coming. He's coming, chat. Yeah, if he sees me, I've never seen him come this way. Chat, I don't know what to think about that pirate. What is up with that pirate, dudes? I don't know where he is. Is he going to keep coming? I've literally never seen this. Okay, so he's not there. Okay, let's... I just really want to take this slow. If he walks over to that box... Okay, so he's not. There he goes. Take that, you son of a gun, you. Oh, for making me have a mini heart attack there. Alright, let's go. Enjoy the gambling. I am glad you guys like it. I'm slowly losing years off my life with these things. Okay, we're just gonna follow these guys. This part isn't too bad, so... Just let them do their thing, make sure we don't really fall all the way. Go through here, we've got this next section. I've seen these guys closer to each other before. I don't know if it's like RNG, or it might have been me like just activating them with the gas or like something like that. We've officially passed them though, so we got that going for us. Let's go! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are dangerously close to being very, very near the end of this game. Sad boy noises. Oh, so sorry. Now we're happy. Okay, let's go. That's the majority of the stealth of this part. I don't know if there's any more stealth after this. I can't remember any. I'm like 90% sure that there's no more stealth. So that's definitely a good thing on my part. This next area is navigation with Twig. And making sure that... It's kind of the game, like, proving that you know how to use Twig. So... We're looking good. Little cutscene here. I'm almost out of tea, chat. Maybe I'll have to go get more. We need to find Alphonse fast. Yeah, there is the cooldown, so... Toon Link, Robo Carol are broken. Oh wait, Robo Carol Baskin. Who's Carol Baskin? Is that an actor? She sounds familiar. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I think we're done with stealth. Which is very, very nice. Oh yeah, to give points out, it's exclamation give points. You add them, and then you give the amount that you want to donate. Alright, so we're down here. Fun thing with Twig. You can go through projectiles like these bombs, and you are immune to damage. You can notice how Otis is, for a brief moment here, kind of glowing that yellow glow color. He won't take damage, which is always nice. And it gives you just like that little half second to kind of regroup and everything. The devs were very nice in programming Twig this way. Alright, next part. So this part here, you get a little test of how fast I have to go. I have to outspeed these things using Twig. So that's the next part. Bum, bum. The enemy of the Tiger King. That's why it's familiar. Okay. You hate that I didn't capitalize your name? I mean, you always can. You could go and change your name again. It's in settings. I think it just is like you gotta wait 6 weeks or something, but I don't know. Ooh, a little close on those. I felt like I was close. I had time. When in doubt, if you're very close to the end, you can kind of just speed it out. You gotta just gauge how you are, though. That is a part of the cutscene, so we did not take damage. Bum, 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 bum. All you have to do is just kind of get to that little door on that part, and that section's over. So it feels good to be done with that. Now we have nothing but puzzles, and I don't think, short of me, getting a little too comfortable with these explodey barrels here, I don't really think there's any issue with me taking any damage. Bum, 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 bum. You just bring that one over here. I feel like the devs never wanted it to be like this, but, it's how we're playing that part. Who we raiding after this? I don't know. Whoever we want. Now I got that guy Link and Brambles doing some streams. Brambles might... I don't know how long he's planning on streaming, but I know Link usually stays on a little bit later than me. Although I did start late, and we're getting a little bit up there in the hours for this. So we'll see. Moving back to the computer. Ice, we're doing it. Check out where we are. No damage yet. I will say, the only thing that is somewhat contentious is after the lava chase and before the snake boss, I somehow went from having full health in the purple to this health here. I think that's just part of the game. I certainly did not take damage twice without noticing it. And, yeah, that's simply all it is. But Link is off. What? Yeah, we'll see who we raid later. The game's not over yet. Let's not go too far now, chat. Gotta finish up what's in front of us. I can't think of the future. I gotta think of right here. Which is actually... We've basically finished this section. So, Elvin, I know you were asking how much further. We are officially done with this section, short of this boss fight. Raid Light BK? We could. But yeah, right now... We are on to the boss. This boss just requires me to spawn Twig in immediately and then just kind of make it so I'm always invincible. There shouldn't be an issue. So here we go. Dirk time. Here we go. You're now on the computer. Welcome back, Ice. Dirk's not the hardest boss. So let's just not mess this up. How's that sound, chat? And I wouldn't be mad if I happened to lose on him, but I'd just be a little bit ashamed of myself, because this is the run, I'm telling you. I'm not going to be holding the F button, because I just want to start this fight when I know it's about to start, so let's just give it a second here. Apparently there's some sound effects here that don't play on the Switch version. Really? Ah, you abandoned us. You abandoned me. Going to pay. All going to pay. He will jump. Do not jump. Stay down low. Let's go. We got Twig. Getting Twig immediately means I will not take damage now, basically, throughout this entire fight. Literally the hardest part of this fight is over. Just making sure the very, very start of it. We are good. Oh, chat, we're being rated. Oh, wait, no, it's just my, the music here normally. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, it's more the same here, so I gotta switch to Twig and then get him going. So a little bit of the same. The good news is we have such an invincibility, invulnerability moment. As long as I can just kind of continue this, there's nothing that... It doesn't even matter where I end up. You see if Otis is glowing yellow, he's not going to get hurt. Keep your distance. Suck on that, Dirk. Super Saiyan Otis. It's just the best part of the song. I always picture that stream that Simon did when he made the Bogans make that noise. Simple enough. The spam door. I had to do it. That's kind of for... It's kind of for Troy more than anything. Tell you what, he was more ready to attack me in that final little bit there than I was wanting him to. Checking my watch? Yeah, I'm just kind of doing stuff here. Oh, Ice, if you wouldn't mind, just because this is the run, would you mind kind of letting the Discords know? I messaged the D-pad and the Sanctuary in the general section. I don't know, you're still kind of the only one here, though. This might be the thing, though. We've literally got one part left. The final part of this one. Oh, my goodness. Talking about the Bogan part? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what you're calling that. Serengade? Is that what it's called? Like a chorus? It's for Troy. Oh, man, I almost messed that up because I got cocky and I was like, I'll talk to chat. I'm going to message chat while here. Obviously, if you don't want to do the little thing here, you can just kind of go back to Twig. It doesn't matter how many knives and stuff Dirk is throwing. As long as I'm always invulnerable, which was how it was every other time, we're going to continue to be invulnerable. Hey, Flirtian, how you doing? This is Darkbeat. We got it. We freaking got it. This is Darkbeat kicks random person in the hole. I was wondering where you were going with that. I see it now. Dude, Flirtian. Look where we are. We have not taken damage yet. Look where we're at. I'm not super nervous. I'm keeping my emotions pretty calm, so that's a big part of this too. Usually when I'm setting personal bests and stuff like that, I start to like shake all over the place and let the nerves get to me. We have one final boss. One final fight. Not even it's just a single fight. We don't even have to do anything. Just a couple jump puzzles and nothing. There we go. Bum bum ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Looking good, chat. I'm out of tea, so I'm going to go get some once the cutscene starts for this next area. Get a little stretching, get a little walk, get my mind set straight for the final area. A gulp. Oh, well, so I can be skipping all this a little bit faster. You committed a sin that I could never forgive myself for. What is it, Sauce Boss? Otis's face. Yeah, his little shocked expression is probably the best face. If I had more emote slots, I'd put that in there. You had instant coffee. Coffee? Ugh. I'm not a coffee guy. Just, I don't know. I drink the G Fuel, so that's kind of fun. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I literally hit the wrong button to go into the door. You think it's supposed to be like... I know all the controls at this point. Dude's chat, the controller's not breaking yet. It literally fixed itself. It was broken this morning. And by that I mean, it would get stuck. So where Otis would be like locking when I didn't want him to lock. It is a miracle the controller is still working. I'm very happy for that. Alright, I'm gonna go get some tea. Let me know if anything special happens. Don't worry, chat. I got it. I got it, chat. I'm here. I'm pushing buttons. That's when the cutscene starts. From this point. Oops. This text isn't. By the way, spoilers. Yeah. Confetti, how you doing, Confetti? This is the run. We've yet to get any damage. It's looking good. I always love this sequence. Because again, you can tell it's like the pirates, they want him dead. They shoot like multiple rounds, they're all shooting crazy. And they send that whole fleet after him. You can tell they really, he's public enemy right now. Public enemy #1. Game's already ruined for me. Get some watermelon soda. Sounds bad, but it's the best stuff ever. Really. Do you reckon one of those shots actually hit? Oh, when they were shooting at Solus? Potentially? I don't know, he was probably going kind of fast, and he certainly doesn't seem injured. Or make any reference to that after this, so... Love how he just has a meltdown. I mean, I kind of would too. He's kind of been like, you know, living a lot of his life building up to this moment. I'll have that exact same meltdown if, that final boss, whoever he is, happens to give me any trouble. Luckily, Solus is here to keep me happy. I could never be mad at Solus, but, you know, if there's a final boss that hurts me or something, I'm going to take all my anger out on just that final boss. Except for Solus. Solus is nice. Maybe the nearest person by me, except Solus. Which could include the final boss. Just saying. That's how I'm looking at it. Rosie! We're at the final area, Rosie. Oh, it's the run. It is the run. One small coma later. Oh, we got the Owlboy Discord here. I'm glad that a few of you can see it at least, so... Oh, I was starting to get nervous. Like, I don't want to beat this thing and not have the Owlboy Discord here. One small coma later. That sounds like something a SpongeBob reference would do, where it's like time cards. One coma later. Go get the Spectre Cloak. Well, the fact that that costs a lot of coins, and I'm not sure how many I have. I have slightly less than most of them. I'm missing a couple in the Owl Temple there. There's a couple in Tropus and Strato that I could have to go back and get. So, I'm going to kind of not use the Owl Cloak, if that's okay. The Otis Matrix is complete. It's the run. It's the run. Take your anger out on Getty. Just throw him down a pit for a while. So, for those of you who haven't been here within the last couple days, mostly Owlboy crew, I think, there are now a currency in this chat. If you do !coins, COINS, you can see how many coins you get subs get 300 coins every 10 minutes. Non-subs get about 100 every 10 minutes. And you can use them to like gamble and just like play with and stuff like that. I feel like we need to talk to Azio, just because it's Azio, man. We gotta be nice to him. We need all the good luck we can get. Let's go talk to this guy. Super spoilers in this part, kind of. A hug for luck, exactly. But yeah, so chat's going a little crazy at this moment. But yeah, there is, it's still going. This is it. We are at this part and have not been touched. Except in some ways, but it hasn't hurt our health, so we got that. Small loopholes, it's fine. But yeah, exclamation points, exclamation coins. You can see kind of all the stuff you can do with them. And I'm starting to not be able to keep up with the chat. Hello to everyone. Sorry if I miss anything that you're saying. Chat's going a little crazy now. Otis, please. This place is no longer safe. I couldn't keep the village from harm. Not me, nor Strix, nor any other owl. We are frail, arrogant, short-sighted. If you hadn't left the school, Otis, we'd have been spared from my own foolish actions this time. Fly away as far as you can, Otis. Hide yourself from others and never return. Heed my final lesson now, so that you may live a little longer. I am leaving, Azio. It's so sweet. The feels, chat. The feels. Oh, someone's cutting onions. I guess my neighbor is. A lot of onions. That or a ninja. Oh, feels bad. Or feels good. It's all the feels. Vele has been abandoned. Pirates are likely attacking here next. Alright. I feel like we can skip a little bit of this stuff here, so let's get going. We've made amends with our former teacher, Mr. Axio, however the heck you say it. He's probably angry at us for not saying it the right way. Should I, like, go overhealed? So I'm a little bit faster? Let's just keep our health. Whatever. Who cares? I'm gonna keep our health. Just go to space already, Troy. This ain't a speed run. This is a no-hit run. This is the no-hit run. So far, it's the no-hit run. And by far, our personal best. Not even close. Not even close. Faster's always better. Ice, how you doing? Oh man, what a stream for you to show up on. This is it, Ice. We got one final place. How's it going so far? Personal best, baby! We got the last place in the game, which is not the hardest place. It has like 3, maybe 4 parts that are tough and a good boss fight. Which, I should be just fine on the boss. I did all this yesterday without getting hit. I think we got this. No hats in space. No hats in space. Can you not wear hats in space? What's with this no hat stuff? I want to get launched into space. Can be arranged. Yeah, I mean, just recently we had a rocket get launched. So that's pretty fun. Okay. Oh boy. This run we've witnessed in history. Let's not look at it like that. You might make me nervous. Here we go. We'll let Colonel do her laugh. Do his whistle perfectly. Just how I sound, I guess. Dun, da, da, da. I knew it would work. You get out of the rocket, your hat falls off, you were wearing one. Kind of became a meme in the speedrun community. I did not know that. That's cool. Let me see if I can give some points out, just for everyone who's here, so you can have some fun with it. How's it going? Brambles? When I say this is the run, we are in the final area. We have yet to get hit. So, You know, it's going fine, I guess, if you want to look at it like that. How do I add points to everyone? Is it add points? Did that do that? Hey, you all got some points to play with now, so have fun with those. Everybody's here. Oh yeah, no hits yet. This is the fucking run, ladies and gents. Feel like it's a fun moment. We got all the Discord here. Poor Otis, poor little guy. But yeah, so for those of you not familiar necessarily with this part of the game, which there are a couple of you, this is a very lore-heavy section with 3-4-ish parts that could maybe damage me. And then a boss fight at the very end. Let's see how we do. This section overall, one of the easiest ones of the game. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the final, or the first cave or two isn't quite as hard, but, you know. We're just gonna see how we do. Help him, thought you said hair, not air. Listen, whatever I say is what I'm talking about. I'm balding, Otis. Am I balding? Someone's balding. We need the hat. We should get a hat. Just have all the gambles going. There is a timer for the gambles too, so if you make a gamble, you have to wait 1 minute. You can also trade with each other, duel each other, or not really trade, but you give the coins, so you could do that, or just duel yourselves, exclamation duel. I believe the command is exclamation coins, and it shows you all the stuff you can do. Lost all your money already. Yeah, sounds about right. That's how I do it in Elvin's chat. I somehow got to 20 million coins, because Elvin kept bumping up the odds to like 80% at a certain point. Or for him, it's cookies, but I got to 20 million, and so I just gave them all away to another person in chat, so I could keep doing all-in gambles, and I didn't feel bad about losing. Alright, let's take the first of many ascensions in this area. That's a lot of sugar. Yeah, it kind of is. So you do give points, all one word, then you hit space, type in the username, hit space, and then you can do... I also never noticed how this broke until yesterday. And then you can type in the number of coins. So, yeah. So add points, or give points, sorry, give points, person's name, number. I know it was a very easy thing for me to say, and I still struggled at it. Shut up. Don't look at me. Just watch out for the rocks. I'm gonna watch out for a little bit of everything. Yeah, that part with the room that gets a little snowy, that could be it. Also, this parkour is easy, but let's just 100% know that we're doing this the right way. We're gonna let these come down. We're gonna make sure we're at like the tippity tip before we jump off these things. I saw, I know Troy was, when he did a speedrun, he made this look like nothing, but, you know, I'm not Troy. I'm Darkbeat. I'm doing it Darkbeat's way. There we go. You made it, Otis. Eat shit, 6 feet behind him. Oh man, does falling off of these count as damage? In my opinion, yes. Any sort of reset counts as damage. This is the rule that I have, so I'm just going to not do it. That way there's no people who are just like, well, he technically did take damage if you want to count it as that, and not that that's what you guys would do. Other people, maybe. Except we're the only Owlboy community that's left, so if you all say I do it, then I guess I've done it. Oh, boy. The way I'm trying to look at this is, I've mentioned this a few times earlier, but, this is technically already the world record for hitless runs, so I just keep setting it as I go. So I can't get nervous about potentially setting a record, because I'm just constantly setting a new one right now. I just have to do that, you know? Makes me feel somewhat good about myself. gonna go over to this little corner. Imagine Falfon's Getty and Twig got stored inside the teleporter when they aren't around, like in Pokeballs. I mean, that's kind of cool. I always wonder, like, that part in, when Getty decides that he's gonna take a little break, why Otis doesn't just teleport him back. I guess you kind of have to be willing to get teleported. I'm gonna try and keep up with chat, but you guys are starting to get a little too crazy for me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Stay calm there, Mr. Otis. I will mention that earlier today, my controller was like stuck, so it would occasionally cause Otis to just fly to the right without me holding onto the button, and it was literally, it would just get stuck there. And I was just hoping beyond hope that by kind of cleaning the button and just playing with it, it would eventually fix itself, and it so far has fixed itself. Let's just hope for the best and that it doesn't happen soon. Hank has helped the owl. Nice. Would you call a smartass... What do you call a smartass bird of prey? I know it owl. Or a know-it owl. Oh my god. I fucked up the pun, Elvin. I suck. God, you make such a great pun there and I messed it up. It's a know-it owl. Get it, chat? Chat? You can also do exclamation point bad pun if you happen to see it as a bad pun. Alright, so this section here. Oh, this part. Don't need a controller drift in the home stretch. No, it hasn't happened yet for a while, so I think we're good. I'm getting sleepy, but I have to watch this. I'll keep it sort of quick then, Ice. This part here, I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna make it work. At the worst, this could be a 50-50 shot for me. If I don't do it right, it becomes a 50-50 shot. If I do it right, it's a 100% shot of me doing this. Come on. Come on. Go, go, go! Yes! Oh my god, we nailed it. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, man. So. Let me just explain to those of you who don't know how difficult that part is. You have 3 layers of rocks that spawn in, on the top, middle, and bottom. For me, I focus on the bottom ones and only jump over the bottom ones. So you jump over the bottom like so, and you run. You make sure you're running so you go a little bit faster than you normally would. 2 rocks will not spawn on the same level. So if one spawns on the bottom, the next one will spawn either in the middle or on the top. I'm starting to feel a little crazy here. That was adrenaline. If I jump over the one on the bottom, there will be at least one more that spawns. But if I'm not able to get to the exit, which is where they spawn, that means that there is a chance of another one spawning. Which means so the bottom one goes, and then I know it's either a top or a middle. And then that means there's going to be another one. It basically is a 50-50 chance, if I time that wrong, if one literally spawns right on top of me. Luckily, I was able to time it just perfectly. It took a couple tries, but I got it. Looked easy enough to you? Oh, Ice never change. I made it look easy because I'm that good. We're going to just sort of slow this down. Okay, here comes this next part, which shouldn't be too tough, as long as I just keep my head where it needs to be. I appreciate the hype, chat. I right now can't really read you, and there's a lot going on, so I'm going to just kind of focus on what I'm doing here and read you in a couple seconds. If you have any questions, please hold on to them. This part, oh, let's go, let's go! That part has hurt me many times. Many, many times. We're almost there. Now over here, I joked about how this could end my run one day. These spikes. so let's just be extra calm and careful. Okay. We are officially done with this part. 2 parts, and then the boss, and then a part after that. We're not glitching through this part either. We have to do every single part. We are doing the bare minimum. Gotta relax. That's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna shut up, and we're all gonna enjoy the amazing, amazing music and visuals that this scene has to offer. So let's do this. Bridge didn't break apart. I don't know what happened. Okay, it's the same pattern every time, so let's just be smart. Three little ice blocks, please. Thank you. Please don't hit me, my friend. I believe this is the final part of this section. Now we got a little RNG dodging, but it's nothing too tough. Such a beautiful part. I've never taken damage here. Be a hell of a time to do it for a first time. One boss to go. It's happening so suddenly. We have worked a couple weeks on this. I've worked a few weeks on this. It's coming down to this. Every time in the Switch version, this cutscene, Alphonse just disappears. That's right, he isn't there. I remember that now. He's falling. Yeah, he's a little heavier. I feel good. Feeling good. I'm just going to be very quiet. I know what I need to do. The only person who can mess this up is me. So, there is one section that I am slightly nervous about, but in remembering that, I'm going to hopefully, remember it. So let's just get going. Background's so beautiful. This whole game is beautiful, but that background is very good. You see a lot of the more beautiful areas of this. Also, I ate this on my test run yesterday, and it looked like I took damage, so I'm scared of that thing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I want to make this clear again. Before I do this, I did at one point have purple health for the absolute full maximum health. That health disappeared through the course of a few cutscenes. I did not take damage. I would have had to have been hit twice without my notice, and I'm going to go through it again, this whole recording. I have this thing recorded, so if this is the run, which it looks a lot like it, if this is the run, I'm going to double and triple check a lot of these major areas, just to make sure. So, I want to make that clear. And this is the official hitless run. Oh, man. Gold fruit sets your health to full. Even if you have purple health, it does take it away. Okay, I had like the smallest sliver of purple when I ate it, so it did actually take it out. That's kind of funny. Dis the run. I'm not going to talk to chat. I love you all. I just kind of have to focus on this. So let's have some fun. You can skip through this part. Here we go. It's starting. Here we go. Bad time for my nose to itch. Hold up. There's some nerves coming to me right here. I feel good, though. I feel good. I've done this boss many a times. Let's just beat him, chat. I feel like we'll just beat him. Oh, good start. Watch out for him. There we go. Phase 1 done. Phase 2 is the same. Let's go. Please shoot him, Getty. He will shoot. His opening attack in Phase 3 is shooting at me. Delay my rolls. Delay the damn rolls, Darkbeam. You know how you need to delay this. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Twig, all you and me, baby. One of these again? Okay. Fine by me. Fine by me. Fine by me. All Twig. All Twig. All Twig. We're beating this with Twig. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Get him, Twig. Get him, 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 get him. It's okay. Slow on speed runs, but good for me. I think we got this, chat. I think we got this. We can hit him in a minute. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Let's go! Let's go! Let's freaking go, baby! Oh, down! Let's go, chat! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Let's freaking go! Oh, it's not over yet, but man, we've done it. We have done it. It's in the bag. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it happened today. It happened today. This morning, when I sat down to stream, and my controller was broken, and it was sticking to the side, and it was causing Otis just to move to the side without me. Oh my god, I thought I had to get a new controller. I thought today was a wipe, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Sad Ray, thank you for the follow. History is made, ladies and gents. For the Owlboy community. All, couple hundred of us. Oh my god. We're not over yet. We're just about. And I'm also going to let this play out. I'm not going to skip through any text. Let's see if there's, by any chance, a different thing. I don't think there is. But we'll see if anyone says anything different. Good job. Thank you, Elvin. Thank you, Sauce Boss. Oh, this was all one single recording. I didn't do any reverting to checkpoints. The game started fresh, and yeah, you're gonna clip it all. We got this thing recording. I've still got it going. This is gonna be on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Remember when I was talking about how this could be the run? It turns out it is. That's incredible. Oh my gosh. Solus was very nice to me. And I played it a little extra safe. Most of the time, I just kind of go all out with Twig. He did a couple attacks where I'm like, let's just dash through him, not take the damage. We're playing this safe. Oh, I gotta show this to Simon and D-Pad. I'll tweet, like, a video or something to him, or, we'll make sure Adrian knows. He's definitely on the Discord, a lot more than the rest of them. Oh my god. Shoot, you're too late. You'll clip the end. You can clip the end. We're not done yet. That was the final boss. There is one more part, and then a lot of talking. Oh. Ice, be nice now. Yeah, that's a link to the YouTube right there. So this will be on this, definitely this weekend. Unless I mess this part up. Let's not mess this part up. Nothing's necessary. You guys are all just fine. Just being here for this moment's kind of fun. That's all the fun I need. Oh no! Oh man, oh man. Captain's here. Move to the left for a secret ending. Okay. So proud of you. Thank you, Brambles. I love this game, and it's really cool. Have a little slice of it. Rose, no! Left is towards the webcam. That's where I'm gonna go. This means Pokemon you're leaving. We will do Pokemon maybe like once a week, but we'll keep streaming a couple times. Again, like I said, all I have to do is just not take any damage from this. Oh, wait, this is a cutscene. This counts. That's fine. Let's get back to it. Time to restart. Run's over. This is part of a cutscene, chat. This is scripted. Look, you pranked me last time with this. I gotta prank again. That's just how it goes. I ain't falling for it again. I'll get back to you, chat, in a second. Let me make sure I control Otis the second he's able to be controlled. This is the true final part of the game. A little less anticlimactic than the boss itself. However, it's just as important. It's as important as any other moment in this, so let's go. I love how you know it well enough to play on it. Yeah, I've seen it a few times, trust me. Let's go, chat, let's go. Come on, Otis, get up, please. Otis, please, my little buddy. I'm so glad I can play another game, too. As much as I love this game, I got some other stuff I really want to get into, again. Alright. Please, please, guys. They glitch out, he's like got 5 times the speed. Otis. We can't run away. Please, I can't move. So I can't run away means I should just go towards the captain, right? Because running away would be going away from him. So what's next? I'll probably get doing some Hollow Knight, some Dark Souls again, playing a little bit more of those, just having fun doing the cool challenge runs, similar to challenge runs like this. I'll do some Pokemon shiny hunting here and there, keep it limited to maybe 1 day a week, keep it nice and fun. And if any other fun games come out, I do have to do 1 speedrun of this game. I promised Troy I'd do 1 speedrun. Oh no, I'm taking damage again. Otis looks sad. Yeah, he's not feeling that well right now. He's a little bit hurt. Secret Bolstrom boss fight. Like, congratulations! You've unlocked this part. Just like 20 anchors flying out of nowhere. There we go. That is officially the final moment where I can potentially get hurt. So we have officially done it. Short of a power outage or a crash, we'll finish up the game, watch the credits, and we'll call it a day. Technically, I think we got the run. That's it, we did it, we did it! We did it! Pokemon hype, we did it! I love the variation in there. I want to see if there's there's not going to be a cutscene or an extra bit of dialogue, but let's just for fun pretend that there could be. So we'll go through all the dialogue in this part. Oh, chat, thank you all for being here. I'm glad a lot of a majority of the Owlboy community could be here to witness this. I tell you what, when I beat the snake, I knew this had to be the run. It was just up to me not to mess up. We did it, Glass. We did it. We friggin' did it. The controller didn't break. It fixed itself. I know you were here to hear me yelling about the controller, but it's working. Eat all the shit, Bolstrom. Cool story, bro. Asio's just wearing a party hat in the final cutscene. Yeah, it's just all they did, just like 3 extra pixels on top of his head. Oh my god, chat! I'm gonna cry now if I read all this stuff. I legit, if I start reading all this, it's gonna make me yeah, the ninjas are gonna start cutting onions again. Oh, you're glad you didn't go to bed. Thanks for not going to bed, Brambles. As well as, I know some other folks here weren't going to bed. Otis, how's school been lately? Here, Asio might take you under his wing soon. You're so lucky, Otis. Thank you again for everyone who has been here. This has been quite the journey. Hi, little Otis. Want to drop by my place sometime with Fib and Benaki? We'll play drums till the sun sets. Hi there, young'un. Want to join me in the hot spring? No? You're a hard worker, Lord. You're a hard worker, Otis. Well, said like Lawrence. I don't know why. Just like the other owls. Let's get going, little Otis. Sleep is unnecessary. It's for the weak. Now time to do it faster. Listen, that's all for Troy. I'll let him get that record. I don't know why, it just came out. If I'm meant to have a brain fart, I'm going to have it after I have to worry about anything. Otis, do say hi to Lolita and Scopes for me. I hear you'll be studying under Asio soon. He handpicked you, I heard, and I'm glad he did. I think you two will be a great fit. Again, thank you for everyone who's been, just here throughout the entire time. I mean, when I started this, it was, like Memorial Day, but I was even doing some training well before. Everyone who's been here just in all the streams, you guys are all amazing. You've made it fun, and you're kind of the reasons I kept going at it, just because it seemed to be something you all enjoyed. That's the most fun part of it. Otis, I'm glad you're doing well. You don't recognize me? It's me, Solus. Listen, I don't know if you can think of me as a friend, but I always thought of you as my only friend. I hope next time we meet, it'll be under different circumstances. There's so much I want to tell you. So that seems appropriate to welcome to the platformer Logic. Nice kid. Just kidding, nice job. Thank you, Sonic. There's Sonic Joey, everyone. Hitless speedrun. We could do that. This is the speedrun. This is the lowest time for a hitless run. This is the speedrun. Welcome, Otis. Very glad to see you again. Thank you, Sauce. Probably wondering where you are. You're not dreaming. You're seeing visions of the past and the future. And from today. You may not remember any of it, but it is real. You grew up with good people, Otis. Full of affection for you, hopes for your future, and regret for things said and done. Can I get a hoot? Yeah, hoots in chat. These visions are our gift to you. The truth, I think, is often the greatest gift, especially since people are so prone to forgetting the things they should cherish most. Must have many questions. Come, sit down. Is everyone going to be okay? Getty, Alphonse, Twig, all the rest? Yes, Otis. You succeeded out there. The fact that you're here means that the anti-hex worked. What will happen now? The islands will be sinking. Your generation will know the surface, as we did. Thanks to you, the world will be whole once again. It will be difficult to adjust to life on the surface after all this time, but it will be overcome. I hope you don't blame us for what we put you through. We tried to change the universe. We paid a price for that. You paid that price too. In order to end the loop, we were willing to do anything. Even risk our future, your present. I'm gonna cry. I'm pretty close too, I'm not gonna lie. Not sure I understand. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is that we wanted to discover the nature of the universe, and in doing so, we lost ourselves. Maybe one day in this life or the next, you will learn about the loop. There are far more rewarding things to learn about the universe than how it ends. Probably worried this is the end for you. Don't worry. In this world we've created, there's always a second chance. Our time is up. I know I'm not the only one, but I've always believed in you, Otis. Chat, don't look at me. Don't look at me, chat. Just look over there. Look somewhere else. Oh my goodness. There he goes. Wait till the music hits. Let's not talk about the music. Music's done enough to us. It's evil music. Makes us feel. Oh my goodness. Let's let the credits play out. It gets you. Oh, chat. I think this is it. I tell you what, let's, I'm gonna end the recording. The stream will stay up. I'm gonna end the recording, and I just want to check live on stream to confirm that when I went from purple health to orange health, it was not because of damage. And I'll also be checking this stuff, like, on my own time to 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt. Hey, Adrian, I hope you like the run. That, this beyond a shadow of a doubt is the official thing. I want to make sure that it is. First official one. We're calling it that, just in case. But yeah, we'll check on stream here and just make sure that, that it is, it's legit. As far as I know, it is. We did not take any damage. Ever. I was very careful with every single little thing. Who's the message man? Message man somewhere here. He's one of the dudes who stops by every now and then. Congrats, I'm proud of you. Thank you, Rosie. Good job, we did it. We all did it. You guys, I mean, this sounds like everyone being here in chat, just kind of chatting with me. I've been going at this for like 2 to 3 weeks now, and having people continuously come into the chat here and just talk with me and talk about the game, and even if, like, those of you didn't play the game and still would just kind of like enjoy being here and lurking and stuff, it just makes it so much more fun to do something like this. And I mean, a lot of this does come down to, if you all weren't here, I probably would have just kind of stopped doing this at one point. Like, you all kind of pushed me to continue to get to this point, so I appreciate all of you as much as really as much as I can. I mean, you helped me through this, and I mean, here it is. This is the end. I was not very sure when we started today if this would be it. I thought yesterday we had a very good run. I was very confident. But once we got going, with the controller not working, and it actually ended up working. You can't write that better. We'll let this play out. We'll let the title screen come in. I'll kind of end it here for a YouTube video. But once again, I'm going to check and just make sure that the run is actually hitless for that one part that I'm concerned about. So, but yeah, for all the future me's and the future us's who might be watching this on the YouTube, I appreciate all of this. Hopefully you like the run. If you want to do it faster than this, yeah, you can get the speed run. I'm good with this. I won't go any further. But thanks again for everyone who did stick by and watch this in its entirety. Oh, it's very fun. I'm glad you all came by, and I just appreciate it. I really do. I really do. So you all have a good one. See you next time.